1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Hello, Internet. How's it going? Oh my God, we're here. We're doing it. Wow. Submit your photos. Submit your photos. Submit your photos. Link in the description. Instagram. We're going. Hey, how's it going? Instagram, YouTube, Bing Bong. Everybody, test. Make sure this select live sources. I got to get the chat on screen. Activate selected. Okay, chat. Bing Bong. Let's see if this is working. Chat. Hey, we're going. We're moving. We're on screen. Here we are. We're on. That one's working. Hide capture page. Reveal capture page. Oh crap! It's on the wrong one on that one. Here we go. Content not available. What's going on? Come on. Don't be a dingus. Stop. Activate source. Reveal capture page. Ooh, whoa, Nelly. Whoa. I think it's going. Okay. Oh, how do I got to do the link on Instagram too. Crap. Okay. Add link. What is the name of the page again? It's made by LoPro.com and then / critique - choice. Let's see if that works. Okay, there we go. And let me make sure to put in an HTTPS in there and then put that on this link for Instagram. Submit here. And we're going to get going, guys. I think we already got some submissions in. So Instagram, you should have a submission button on screen. YouTube, it's down in the description. Test. Everybody test. How's it going? Slightly out of focus. What if we get up here? It's okay. I mean, you guys really want to see me super in focus? It's probably because the microphone's here. Here, I got an idea. Look at my desk. It's dirty. Okay, if I change the focusing, it's from wide to like flexible spot, and then I put that one up to where like my head goes, then it should focus on me instead of on this stupid freaking microphone. And then I'll move me over there for the vertical. Wow, guys, how's it going? Nop, did you send something in, Nop? That's dope. I don't think we've had a Nop submission yet. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining. Let's get right into it. I'll figure out what my first submission is. And to do that, I just got to go over to my inbox. So let me know if you guys are having any technical difficulties with the sound or the video. Yeah, I don't know, but here we go. Or with the submissions. Let me know if you're having any troubles with those. So is this in sequential order 1 minute ago? Okay, so the oldest one is on top. Litos, I thought you weren't going to be able to join, man. I thought you were going to be busy out there taking like eclipse photos, and I didn't even know there was an eclipse coming. So, I'm excited that you get to do space things. Why is this taking forever? 2. Did I get all 3? Okay, I got all 3. Let's get these 3. 1, 2, 3. Get these loaded into Photoshops. Okay, first up is going to be Litos. Can you guys see what I'm... Oh, whoa. Why does that happen? Can you guys see the screen? Look at that. Litos, how did you get a picture of me? How did you do that? Wow. Look at you. Yeah, you shot an entire roll. Here it is. Well, I can't really tell what's on those frames, dude. You're going to have to do better than that. The ding dong. Sorry, I don't have the sound effects board set up because it was, a lot to get set up for this. Anyway, here's Litos's real pictures. Wow. Oh my God. Here, just a sec. Let's see if you sent any information to accompany this. Shot it on the Canon P. This is all Kodak 3 Kodak Vision 3 500T. His hometown near Porto in the Fountain of Lovers. Okay, let's go back to it. Okay. Wow. I gotta say, that's pretty nice. I like that you matted it. If you guys ever want to impress me, show some show some pride of ownership of your photos. Put it in a little mat, It's like it's up on a wall now. It's like it's important. It's like it's not just a physical photo. I can't believe I'm not working, Danquay says. Hey, whoa, Litos, thank you for the $2, man. Thank you for the $2. Oh, yeah, if you guys wanted to know what's up with the stash, I know I promised that. I'm getting ready to go as Gomez Adams for Halloween. Sarah is going to be Morticia, so I figured I might as well get a start on the split stash. The original inspiration was the guy from The Princess Bride. Just rewatched that recently. That was my favorite movie growing up. And my brother used to make fun of me, tisk tisk. You know what? It's a good movie. It's got Andre the Giant. Anyway, back to Litos. This is your moment, not mine. What's up with the screen is off-centered, though. Or do I just not have it centered? There we go. Yeah, dude. Looks great. Did you use any filtration? I like it. 500T. Is this the new 500T or is this the old 500T? That's great, dude. Great shot. Simple frame. Like, I love when you can fill an entire frame with just a few elements. We just got sky, sea, rocks, guy, bing bong, bing bomb. And it's dope. I mean, it's a great frame. Is this let's see. Did you do, yeah, it looks like you did do a little bit of cropping because it's not a natural 3:2 crop, but that's fine. People say there's more art in cropping than there is in actually taking the photo. This is the new 500T, eh? Where'd you get your hands on it? Tell the class where to get some. I still have plenty of old 500T, so I don't need any. And I like that you left this in here, but just in case you want to know what to do, if you don't want it, just use the clone stamp tool. And there you go. Nobody would ever know. Looks like you got something else going on here. But I like, check the gate. Check the gate. Anyway, I can't be spending so much time per submission, but Litos, you killed it on this one. This one gets a bing bong. Baba Booey. That gets a big Baba Booey. Okay, look at that. Wow. Dang, dude. How much did you do in post with this one? Because just the lighting is, you took some contrasty scene, and you really squished the dynamic range into something that's pretty nice, pastelish. It's very pleasing, And this could naturally, it looks like it's fading off with the contrast because it's getting farther away. You brought all those values into something that's really pleasing here. And again, same trick, 1, 2, 3, 4 main elements, sky, hill, plane, and building. But then we get dotted with nice little fun things to make the eye dance around. Real nice, dude. Real nice. I feel like you kind of got a cheat mode going on here, though, because you're like in a beautiful setting. Anywhere you point the camera could be beautiful. It's looking great. Small S curve and drop the brightness of the blues. Well, dude, you did some good frickin' editing, man. Speed up, Unc. Come on, dude. Okay, here we go. Great job, dude. Frickin', I'll try to limit myself. Okay, this one's a little busier. I feel like I always have trouble myself shooting under tree canopies like this because it's just chaotic everywhere you look. But it's kind of claustrophobic. But I think you're capturing the essence of what this place has to offer. You know, whenever you get a nice, you know, thing like this, you always want to like put something there, and you did, but I'm not sure that pays off. The red, whatever that is that just stuff tied to the gate? It's the only pop of red, and I kind of wish it was more significant rather than just like little dink, 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 dinks. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I think you did what you could with that scene. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, cancel. F1. Okay, we are looking at me. Bing bong, everybody. How's it going? Okay. Get your submissions in, guys. By the way, if you join LoPresti Army during the live stream to skip to the front of the line, just like these guys are, you will be getting an email with the password. Please do not share it. Please do not share the password on the live stream. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reset the password, and it's going to be a whole kerfuffle. And then, you know, it'll just suck. So please do not share the password. Okay, I'm downloading the next submissions from Richie Rich, another relatively recent Army recruit. Thank you so much. I hope you're here, dude. Yeah, Litos, great job, man. Everybody in the class, tell Litos he's awesome, because, I mean, I like those frames. Yeah, the forest one was missing something for my taste, but that's just because I'm picky. Okay, next up is Richie Rich with the Fujifilm XT32 in San Lorenzo Park Classic Car Meet. Okay, let's get these loaded up. And okay. Here we go. Richie Rich. You know, this is the classic angle everyone goes for with classic cars, with the what, I don't know, the 3/4, whatever you call it. I don't know the technical term. But, you know, I'm digging it. I feel like just it's an interesting subject more than anything that's doing the heavy lifting. But how can you resist? It's a beautiful thing. I'm no good at cars, at shooting cars. I'm not a car aficionado. But you framed up something interesting in an interesting way. And look at you. You're tickling my heartstrings with the matte. Looks really good. That blue is popping. I like the contrast of the edit. You kind of did the opposite of what Litos did. You leaned in to let the shadows be where they're going to be and crush them. Are you shooting RAW or JPEG, buddy? Yeah, it's a nice frame. You know, if I can imagine myself being behind the camera, and if not even shooting this, though, if I was on film, because of like distracting elements, you know, I always have trouble shooting car shows. I never know what to do. I try to get people more than cars, rather than YouTube. How do you get the chat benefits? If you join LoPresti Army nobody joins LoPresti Army from YouTube. You join by going to madebylopro.com. There's no extra chat benefits. I don't do any of that stuff. That's why I have the LoPresti Army membership on YouTube set to $500, because I don't want people to do that. I just want them to know I have a membership, and it says on all those things, go to madebylopro.com and join there. And I'll you know, you get a handwritten Christmas card sent to you no matter where you are in the world. Sorry, man. We're gonna do this this was last year's Christmas card, and the year before that it was this one, and me and Sarah sign them and everything. It's real nice. Whoa! Thank you so much, Analog Unk, dude. Oh my God, come on. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. But yeah, you get a handwritten Christmas card wherever you are in the world, you know, and you get to skip to the front of the line in these critiques. So, and there's a couple of other perks. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, Richie Rich, it's a great frame, but it's, you know, I feel like it's a little busy back here, but that's fine. It gets blurred out. Okay, inventive, nice detail shot. I think those are your footsies. Is that your face? Is that like, what's going on there? That almost looks like an upskirt. What's going on? It is cool getting to see the car there. Yeah, it's a neat frame. It's a cool little interesting thing. I almost feel like it needs something to pop a little bit more. I know the orange pops, but I feel like it needs something more texturally or structurally taking up that space, like a frame within a frame thing. Okay, moving on. Now this one's nice, classic. I wish you would have, you know, cropped it normal wise instead of putting it into a vertical thing. There we go. We fixed it. Okay. We fixed it. There we go. See, now I can see this up on my wall if I was a Chevrolet guy. Chevrolet Chase. That's nice, man. This guy cleaned it up good. Is this chipped or is that like something that was on there? Looks like he chipped his little thingamadoo. What do you even call that? The chevron, the Chevy chevron. Yeah, nice frame, dude. I feel like this would even work in black and white. Yeah, classic. I could see this on the wall of like a Route 66 motel or something. Yeah, looks good, Richie. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try and lightning speed it because last time I was at this for hours and there was tons of people who were disappointed they didn't get their pictures looked at. Next up is Bad Engineering. Are you here, buddy? This one is shot on his Minolta Dynax 5 on some 31-year expired Agfa Optima with a 200 millimeter f2.8. Shot at ISO 25, I'm guessing wide open, local nature reserve. Okay, did this one come through? No, come on, what's going on? Where'd you go, buddy? Okay, did it finally come through? There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it loaded up. Loaded. And bing bong. Okay, Bad Engineering. I gotta say, dude, I've tried so many times to get butterfly shots. And, dude, so luckily you were using an autofocus, I guess. But, God, getting a freaking butterfly that good on film, that's nuts. How much did you have to crop in? Come on, admit it. And on 31 expired color film, gee whiz, dude, you're putting us to shame, buddy. Only 12 frames per roll, though. Okay, man, yeah. Dude, that's pretty sick, man. I'm no good at getting bug shots up close. It's nice, you know. And yeah, you could play with the, with the tones a bit. I know I'm being lazy. I'm not doing an S curve, but so you could crunch it up if you want. But I think it looks nice faded and flat. You know, it's old timey, just like the film. Did you have to do a lot of color correction? Put a slightly different name on my form by accident. It's okay, Instant Cheese. No crop? Dang, no crop. Jeez. I don't see those frame lines, though. You could be fibbing. But yeah, dude, it's looking good. You got a nice little slice. It looks like you just barely missed, like, getting the head of the butterfly in crit focus. But, you know, I know how tough it is. So I'll give you a pass. But I think you got some good colors and tones out of such old color film. And dang, man, dumped them on my first just film photos on you. Okay, well, let's get to it, guys. Here we go. Back to the inbox. I wish I had an automated system for ingesting these photos. I'm sorry that this is the bottleneck that I deal with, guys. And I don't want to automate it too much because I'm worried one of you guys are going to troll me and like send me something that'll get me like banned off YouTube. So I don't want to just automatically open up everything you guys send me. Let's see. Okay, we got something pretty cute coming up, guys. This one is from Roscoe, shot with his Pentax K5 Mark IIs. Sorry, my eyes are getting bad, I guess. Out on his back porch on digital. This looks amazing. You guys are going to love this. Oh, wrong button. Hey-oh, look at that. We got a bun. It's Thumper, guys. No, I guess his name is Bean. That is a cute little bun. That's adorable, man. I don't know what to say other than adorable. And looks like that digital camera works pretty good, dude. I know I'm over here pixel peeping like a jerk. But that's a cute bun. Would I say it's the most artistic, whatever? No, but if it's a shot that makes you happy, you know. I take stupid shots of my dog all the time. Not saying this shot's stupid, but, you know, if you wanted to wow somebody who, you know, more than just an awe, yeah, you would need to do a little bit more composing than that. But hey, cute ass bunny. You know what's weird? Do you guys get like homesteading stuff on your feed, or is that just me because I live in Texas and I want to be self-sufficient? But it always irks me whenever I scroll on people who raise meat rabbits. It's like, how can you do that? I don't think I'd be able to cull bunnies. I think I could do the chickens. Easy peasy. Who do we got next? We got Roscoe again. So Roscoe, you submitted them in several forms. That's fine. Let's get you. We got your next picture coming up next. But yeah, sound off in the chat. Do you guys think you could cull meat rabbits? I don't think I'd have it in me, but I could, those roosters piss me off sometimes, so they'd be the first to go. Okay, next up, we got another one from Roscoe again. Same camera, the Pentax K5 Mark IIs in Martha's Vineyard. Okay, you got one more after this if you haven't submitted it yet. And bing bong. What do you guys, what do you think? It's America. What are those called? Hydrangeas and those colonial things. I guess this is what Martha Vineyard is all about. You froze the action of this flag pretty good. You're starting to get a little bit of motion blur over here, but I think you picked the decisive moment of the wind picking it up to get it pretty still. I know you're limited by whatever your settings are, but that would be my one gripe with this, that I wish you could have completely frozen the flag and made this almost look kind of painterly, because the light and the colors kind of like beg for that. The only thing that gives away the time frame that it's more modern is, you got this grill here, and I guess if you look close, power lines, yeah, and then the stitching of this probably isn't like super old school, but yeah, dude, you framed up a pretty nice shot here. I would I feel like if you had stopped it down more to get like more deep focus, even with these here, I think I would have liked that too. But, you can't have everything, it's like you pick, you fast shutter speed, deep focus, and no grain. You got to pick two, you know what I mean? So bing bong, pretty good frame though. I like how you framed it together. But yeah, I think deeper focus and getting like a more still there, faster shutter to freeze that flag. I do like that it's moving rather than just no wind and just like draping like sad. So you did a lot of things right with this, man. Good job. Okay. Thank you. Roscoe, who's next? Okay. Looks like we're going back to bad engineering. He went to Barcelona. Oh my God. You went to Barcelona with a Samsung point and shoot 100 film 100. What are you talking about? Messing about the double exposure feature. Okay. Let's check it out. Ooh, bad engineering getting artsy over here. Okay. Bing bong. Look at this thing. Yeah, that works pretty good. I've seen, what is that thing that made the rounds on the Instagram? Trevely was posting about how he does his double exposures on film. He made his look pretty crispy. I've never gotten good at doing them. I'd have to say, like the things I don't like about double exposures are the extraneous information. So I'm guessing you and then all this is one photo and then the rest of it is like bushes and stuff. Like, did you capture all this backdrop with the photo of you? Or I don't know if that's you. That could be your buddy. Sorry, I don't mean to assume that that's you. My bad. But yeah, because it looks like there's sky coming through here. And like, yeah, I'm no good at stacking double exposures, but my one gripe with this would be like, we don't need all this stuff. I think it would look cleaner if the camera was lower looking up at the person, and then we'd just have all this nice texture of plants and sky poking through, and then none of this stuff, because I don't think we need any of that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying get rid of the beard, but just angle it up so that because we don't need the back of this car and all that, you know what I mean? But this is a Samsung point and shoot, like a Digicam, because you said something 100. I don't know. I don't know everything about cameras, guys. I just know what I know. Anyway, welcome back. Let's go see who's next. Okay. Wait, that was in Barcelona. I would have never have guessed. That looked like a street in Florida to me. Okay, next up oh my God, you shoot with a Linhof? I don't think you've ever told me that, dude. That's my dream camera. I'd love a Linhof. I don't know if yours is the one I would love, but thank you so much for joining us, M. Guys, if you haven't seen M's work before, oh my God. Dude, he does crazy stuff. And he bought at the floor of the Aerochrome, dude. He bought low and now he's selling prints, baby. Okay, what did you say for this one? Oh, looks like you're not even sending in Aerochrome work. Sorry. My bad. Okay, this is on Ektachrome 100 VS, expired 1997. Going to the Sun Road. Haven't been shooting a lot. Reviewed together as I'll probably title it First Light when I get around to printing these. Oh, well, this is the first time you didn't pre-stitch your diptych together. I don't know which one's supposed to go first, buddy, but I'll try and, I guess, the darker one first. God, dude. Where did you go to take these? Going to this, I don't know where the Sun Road is, but guys, check this out. Guys, freaking M is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Guys, look at that. Freaking hell. M, are you in here? Holy cow. You know, he's ballsy. Ripping 4x5 sheets on barely any light. Expired ass Ektachrome. No, I have not shot my Aerochrome yet, but this is just Ektachrome, dude. Look what he's doing with the first little glimpses of light, dude. I don't know. This is in Glacier National Park, dude. I could send this one to my buddy who goes hiking everywhere. He's been there. Dude, you're ballsy because I don't know what I'm doing. What's your process, man? Are you like out there with your freaking spot meter just going ham? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, everybody, M, tell them what you're at. Well, I guess, yeah, you're on Instagram right now. Everybody follow M. He rocks it out. He does awesome prints too with epic landscapes like this and on Aerochrome. Holy crap. Yeah, guys, freaking out. Killer. Okay, and then I'm guessing this would be the top of your diptych, and then here's, yeah, look at that. Dude, I'd like so balls, like, because I would have waited to like see this before I even take the photo, and you're ripping one like that, and that's just epic, man. Look at that. Wow. And you get these, do you do your own processing? Or do you, like, regardless, or did you get these processed at E6 or what? That's sick, man. Uh-oh. Looks like you got some dust. Throw it in the trash. Just kidding, dude. Epic clouds. Holy cow. Can you imagine if you were here and like it was also stormy and you had some freaking lightning bolts coming down, dude? Holy cow. I don't know how you capture lightning bolts on. How do you automatically do? You just have to do a long shutter and leave it open, stop down, right? Is that how you do? I don't know how to capture lightning. Anyway, freaking epic, man. Wow. M, thank you so much for stopping by. Gee whiz. 4 a.m. just guest exposure. First shot is 35 seconds. Second shot is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. So that's why it's so much brighter. Dang, dude. You're just winging it over here. You're just winging it. I'm like, oh, he's like Ansel Adams doing the zone system, doing the freaking spot meter. Look at that. You captured a portal into hell. Epic, dude. Thank you so much. Okay, let's keep it moving, dude. As much as I want to keep patting you on the back. Everybody go follow M. Let me pull him up here for the YouTube people. Here's his name. Go look him up. That's his Instagram. Yeah, go check him out, man. Bing bong. That was awesome. Okay, who's next? Thank you so much, man. Next up is Blue Jay. Blue Jay, you still here, buddy? These were taken in New Hampshire with a Kiev 6C on a 90 millimeter f2.8. Sorry, I can't talk too good on Portra 400. Wow. If you must know, I'm Portra 400. Overlapping frames on some of the images. Oof. That's that Soviet innovation, eh, buddy? Let's see. Are these them? No. Why do I only got 2 of them? Which one didn't go? Come on. What's up with my downloads? Did you just send me the same photo over and over again? It says we got 3 photo submissions, but they all seem like the same photo when I download them. I don't know what's going on, dude. Let's see. Do we got any? Bing bong, ping bong, ping bong, ping bong. Okay, I got 2 photos. I guess I got 2 photos. Okay, let's drag them in. Let's show people what we're dealing with. Okay, this is Blue Jay with the Kiev 6C. In New Hampshire. Yeah, it's always a bummer when you get that overlapping frame there. I do like the simple frame up job on this, but I feel like it's missing something to be like those frames we saw at the start with Litos. Like, I feel like we got extraneous elements. Like, I almost feel like I don't want the bottom down here with the road. You know what I mean? And there's something about the light. Like, I just feel like the lighting and the time of day is not great for this one. I see what you're going for here for sure. I just feel like it needs different time of day to really sell me on it. It seems like that we got high sun that's just doing a little bit of an angle there. Well, thank you so much for the jewels. I don't even know what jewels are, but thank you. It's very easy to start. Are you in here, Blue Jay? Yeah, anyway. So this is on Portra 400 in New Hampshire with the Kiev, which I think is that big, like 6x6 SLR, right? Kiev 6C. You know, I do like the kind of like normal colors, but they almost just look too flat. Nothing is popping enough. I feel like the warm is not popping out enough for me. And yeah, I can always get behind simple frame up jobs where, you know, you're putting the main subject in the middle of the frame. But I just feel like this one's missing something. And I'm sorry if I'm not being descriptive enough to like, you know, give you any direction on this. If you guys got any idea of what could have improved this picture, please sound off, but be nice. You know, we're trying to be constructive. Okay. I feel like this has more of like the wow that I want from it. Like simple frame, just a simple little post. I feel like this makes me think Tom Sawyer, makes me think Where the Red Fern Grows, even though it made me cry in class. You know, I had to hide those tears. Yeah, just a simple scene. You know, it's not trying to be more than what it is. But I feel like the time of day. So like, you know, we got two, and I'm terrible at having patience and going to a place and waiting for perfect lighting conditions. Like my new video I just put out, I'm going out in the noonday sun and forcing myself to take pictures because I'm impatient. And then you got people like M that go out and hike in Glacier National Park and, you know, go out at 4 a.m. and get epic landscapes, you know, and that's the kind of dedication it takes to change a flat looking image into something bing bong. You know what I mean? Could be framed higher to make a better composition. Lou, you talking about this one or are you talking about this one? Yeah. I feel like I like it. I feel like it needs more dramatic lighting because like with dramatic lighting, the texture will pop more when it's lit from the top like this. You see how it all just melts into itself in here, and it's all just like kind of one tone. Like if I change this to straight black and white, it's all just kind of middle gray. You know what I mean? With a little bit of pockets of dark. But if you want it to, you know, just be a sea of texture, that's when you need to have patience or, you know, get up early and not be a deadbeat like me. I'm not calling you a deadbeat, Blue Jay. You think this one needs to be framed higher? Let's see how that would look. Crop in a little bit. Don't want to lose the post, though. I don't know. I kind of feel like it invites you in more when you see this close-up texture down here, though. But I just think the time of day would do a world of difference. And then I don't know if you're on a slant, but I'm definitely noticing a bit of a bad horizon here. I know I'm terrible about doing it myself. So, you know, don't take my word for it. But sometimes a little bit of a horizon fix can make because if you're going to do a simple frame, you want to like, you can't hide behind complexity and you have to like nail the details, you know? But anyway, thank you so much, Blue Jay. I'm sorry if I'm not being helpful enough. I'm trying to help. Base of the post is nice though. Yeah, I agree. Regular cup of Joe. Okay, let's see who's next. I think I got all. You just did 2 photos, right, Blue Jay? Because it looked like you double submitted one. I don't know. Let me check my download folder again because I'm only seeing 2 and I downloaded all of them. One of them was 70011. Anyway, sorry if I missed one, man. I'll try and download them all again right now, just to make sure I get them, and then I'll go back to them. Okay, next up, we've got Dylan, who did a Zenith E with a busted shutter curtain. God, yeah, guys, use what you got. It ain't stupid. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But even if it ain't too broke, you don't got to worry about fixing it. Kodak Gold, baby. Belfast. Oh, mind your patty fingers in Belfast. Oh, don't you know? I don't know. I'm no good at doing accents, guys. With a Helios 44-2, everybody loves those. And he wanted to say hi to me and Sarah. Sorry, Sarah's not here. She might be watching though. Hey, I'm happy to help, man. I'm happy you're enjoying the stuff I'm putting out. Okay, let's get this in here. Thank you so much. Big ass 1710. I appreciate you. Okay, yeah, let's start on this one. Okay, check it out. Got a nice motorcycle here. Yeah, you definitely got light leaks going on with that Zenith, and weird shutter stuff going on. And I'm not sure how you scanned it, but it looked like you didn't, Hey, I scan stuff with homemade masks myself for a while, so I get the struggle. The light leaks do kind of add a vibe to it. And you did kind of creatively chop off things up here. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But it does almost seem snapshot-ish. But you know what I love about it is, the motif of yellow here with this, with that. And like the yellow on the red makes me think hot dog, and I love barbecue. So I don't know. I mean, it does seem old timey. I think it might be the characteristics of the lens and then the light leaks, of course, Leak or a blowout, eh? Hey, I do like character. Nobody, if you want perfection, shoot digital, right? Oh my God, that's such a nice moment. Is this your kid? I mean, you don't have to say, you don't need to dox yourself, but adorable little smile here. Yeah, we got something going on here. I don't know if this was your scanning setup that put a line down it, or if you squeegeed it, put a line down it. Oh, what a happy, cute little kid, though. I like it. And then the character of the lens, I feel like we're getting a little bit of bloom, with these high contrast areas. Real nice, The only thing I'd want, just, if you lean into old timey, if you really want to take it old timey, get the kid in somewhere that's less giving away of a modern era with, like a modern looking car seat and everything. If you had him in an old Cadillac, or something like that with some like vintage 80s clothes, that would be cool. You got good focus on the kid's face. I'm guessing you're probably shooting wide open. And it seems to have tamed the light leaks being in, a low light environment like the car. Did real good. Scan with an Epson 4490i, got for free on Marketplace. Very much what I use. I get you, man. You got to make the most out of what you got. But yeah, I love this frame, man. By the way, you think I could rock that haircut? You think I could do it, guys? No, I'm just kidding. I already butchered my mustache. Hey, anyway, back to it. Okay, this I just watched Falling Down with Sarah, so that's what this is making me think of. Except it's not a gym bag or a briefcase. But hopefully this guy's having a good day. Hopefully he's having a good day. Yeah, and it looks like whatever the scanner you got looks like it's putting these lines in there. So I mean, if you ever can open it up and tinker and see if you can fix that, do a YouTube video about it, because somebody might want to follow your instructions. But the lighting conditions are pretty cool here. Looks like he's backlit. You caught a nice cinematic looking frame, but that looks like it could be part of like something happening, like somebody's going to come out of here or something, if you're just going to be locked off on sticks and have, you know, the action take you through it, or whatever. Maybe you're going to be panning through, but, you know, nice cinematic lighting. But, you know, for a still, I feel like it lacks a little bit of focus just because this guy's so far away, you know. That would be my one gripe with it. And it looks like the geometry is a little not straight, but like, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We don't live in a perfect world. Straight, you know, perfect flatness. That's a man-made construct. That's in God's world, you know, we're all floating through chaos towards entropy. I don't know, guys. Sorry, I'm not a philosopher. Yeah. But I like the light. I like the tones that you caught here on Kodak Gold, baby. And I like however you color corrected it. Looks dope. Okie dokie. Let's keep on moving, guys. Refresh the Army submissions, see if we got anybody new. If not, we'll finally make it to some of the freebies. Who was the last one? We just did Big Ass. Thank you so much, Big Ass. Appreciate you. Dude in the tie looks pretty cool. That's what I thought, man. Okay, next up we got Salt Boy. And Salt Boy has sent us some Portra 400, HP 5 Plus, pushed one stop, and a digital shot. Let's see if we can figure out the digital shot. The film ones were shot on a Nikon F5 in British Columbia, and the digital, I guess, is the Canon R8. And bing bong, back to you, Salt Boy. I appreciate the submission. Let's get this loaded up. Okay, so we'll all know which one is HP5. Let me go ahead and close all these other frames I got open in the background before I do the grand reveal. And drag these in. So we'll start with the one that we already know for sure because it's black and white. HP5 can't be color unless you do trichromes. Sorry, those are the rules. Anyway, here we go. So this was on a Nikon F5 with HP5 pushed one stop. Don't you love it, guys? HP5 is very versatile. I don't know how far I've pushed it, but maybe to 64, maybe only to 3200. I don't know, but it looks pretty good. That contrast is nice. Contrast is nice. Lets you stop down more, get a lot in focus. You know, it looks like you missed focus a little bit on the eyes of the cows, but I don't know. Maybe you wanted to sell the texture of what they're going to come and eat. When the focus is closer to you like this, and there's something there, like, you know, it makes you like want to go into it. Just like that one frame we had earlier with the field with the post, and it was a little. And we had that like in focus texture of grass there. I feel like it welcomes you in. It's like, you know, it's like walking into the painting in Mario 64. So I don't know if that was intentional or not. I do like the vibe of it regardless. You know, it's not all about pixel peeping and grain peeping. You know, I do like how this sharp texture of the grass in front of this cow is popping off of them. So I like it. And yeah, the lighting of those cows is good. Funny little story. Stop it. One time me and Sarah were, where were we? I don't know. We were in back country Florida, somewhere in the middle of the state, taking pictures of some cows that were, you know, near the fence where we parked off. And some lady who was there, it was like some weird rest stop area, like a picnic area. She saw us taking pictures of the cows. And she's like, ain't never seen no cows before? And I was like, come on. Can't you just appreciate that, you know, things are beautiful, you know, just like in my new video with the water buffalo. Those, you know, a lot of people have exotic animals here and they're fun to look at. They're neat. And a lot of people are just like, oh, whatever. Who cares that there's buffalo there? Well, who cares that they got a longhorn steer? You know what? Find some joy in your surroundings if you can. That's what photography is all about. Anyway, back to the pictures. Okay. So yeah, dude, I like the cow pic. And then, okay, so now this was either shot on, what was it? Well, what did you say? It's either Portra 400 or digital, okay? And the digital is a Canon R8. So let's see if we can guess which one. It's a nice shot. I feel like the eyes just like, it almost like you want them to be looking at the flowers. It looks like they're going over the flowers, almost kind of like she's thinking just like, I'm here for the photograph. Take the photograph. So that's one thing. Like, I like the tones. I like, you know, even though the face is in shadow, you don't got weird shadows on the face. Like, yeah, the hair is a little bit distracting. But I just think the expression leaves me wanting a little bit. But yeah, I like the colors. I like the tones. And it's a simple frame. What did she catch the bouquet? What is going on here? And then, you got it in the title. Come on, you could have let me guess. So yeah, this one's the Portra 400. Looking nice. Super fine grain. Yeah. You know, looking good. Bing bong. And then, wow, oh my God, gives you wings, baby. Whoa. Look at that. Oh, have you guys ever seen the 1932 classic, The Shadow of the Eagle, starring John Wayne? You guys got to watch that 4-hour romp. That's a good episodic movie. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Look at that. So did you crop this one in a bit? Okay, sorry. I'm just going to talk about the composition for a bit. Great comp. Love it. Beautiful. What more could you want? What kind of lens did you use? 800 mil? Is that what that says? Dang, dude, you got an 200 to 800 mil? How do you even whip that thing around? Hey ho. Yeah, great shot, dude. Freaking post this and tag Red Bull. Get a free case. I would love to get Full Throttle to sponsor me. Anyway, yeah, great colors, great shot, dude. Are you big into airplanes? Have you ever heard of the LoPresti, about LoPresti Aviation? We're in a museum somewhere in Tennessee. Yeah, great shot. One thing I'll say is I'm suspecting you had to crop this a bit because I'm seeing like some weird artifacts that look like digital sharpening stuff going on. But that's fine. You know, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, but I'm always in the camp of don't crop. But what are you gonna do when you know things are up in the sky unless you're flying too? Yeah, whip that thing, man. Looking great, dude. Love the colors, love the comp. Caught a cool moment there. Super epic. Adrenaline. Okay, let's go check it out. Who's next? Thank you so much, Salt Boy. I appreciate you playing along with us. Next up, we got Gibby. Okay, for location Czech Republic, Artspak Kutna Hora, Chesty Krumlov, whatever, Krusty Krumlov. I don't know how to talk, guys. With a Minolta X300, Kodak Gold, and Fomapan 400. Okay, and some cool lenses. Looks like we got them all. 1, 2, 3. Here's a few pics taken from my Euro trip and an artsy picture of his. You'll see. Hey, it's artsy. It's, you know, it's artistic. That's all that matters. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's an artsy picture of his cat. Hey, look at that. Look at that kitty. That is a pretty good cat pic. Yeah, my cat never played nice enough to like do inventive artsy stuff. It was just enough for me to be able to get a nice picture of her. You know, that is a nice, you know, I feel like this cat should turn into a wizard. Look at it. This is obviously on Portra 400. DK Photo is also watching this live video. I mean, yeah, you're here, man. Anyway, nice shot, dude. Looks like fun. That's a cool light bulb. Okay, number 2. So this was on Kodak Gold, right? Yeah. Nice lighting. I feel like this is more of just like a visual note of like a time of day to try and get things here. I feel like it seems more of a snapshot. It lacks a little bit of focus. Because, you know, again, with things cattywampus, kind of like leaning, and, you know, with kind of just a blank white sky, I just feel like there's nothing selling me on it. You know, leading lines to nothing type of thing. Yeah. Okay, now this one has clear focus. Look at that. Clear intentionality of I'm going to put these elements here in the foreground. We got layering. We got the three-peat of these boys. We got this boy. We got this stuff. Pulling your eye up to that. And then all this visual candy. And no text distracting you like here, you know. Bing bong. They really don't make them like they used to, right? Look at those cathedrals. You know, people say the aliens built the pyramids, but we know humans built this stuff. That's the indomitable human spirit. Love it. Beautiful, nice sky. Great shot, man. Beautiful. Who pondering the orb like the cat? I'm always out here pondering my orb. Can you check when I'm up? No, I gotta keep moving, man. I can't be doing calls for everybody. Anyway, this was beautiful. So much. Thank you so much, Jibby. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my God. You should frame this and put it up on a wall. This should be in every hotel that's like within 50 miles of this place. Okay. Here we go. Who's next? Next we got Dagnus. Is that like Agnes? By the way, are these all new submissions or did people hack? Did the password leak, by the way, guys? Did the password... I got to do a little bit of house cleaning. Make sure we're actually... because I don't recognize some of these names on here. Yeah, it looks like you guys just joined. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I super appreciate it. Whoa. That guy freaking... Some people are going ham on these submissions, on these donations, boys. Thank you so much. Next up is Dagnus. By the way, if you want to join LoPresti Army, you got to make sure it's a recurring donation. So right now I realize the password might be leaking to people who are making one-time donations. If that is the case, I apologize. I should have thought of that beforehand. So yeah, don't be cheating. Don't be sending in one-time donations to get the password because that's not cool. A lot of people have, donated for a long time to be part of LoPresti Army. So you know what? Follow the rules, please. Okay, next up is Dagnus. I don't even know if you are a recurring donor yet because you're a new guy, or if this is a one-time donation and you got the password. Either way, I got to think about the logistics of this whole system. But I felt like I was smart. Like, I'll just send them an automated email as soon as they become donors. Anyway, let's get this stuff loaded up. Dagnus. Wait, that's not all three, is it? Am I missing one? There we go. There's all three. And then we'll read the artist statement. Okay, Dagnus says these were taken with his Minolta Dynax 7000i on Cinestill 800T, pushed one stop in London. One of his first rolls of film. Well, welcome aboard, Dagnus. Let me pull these up, and I hope I'm saying that name right because it's kind of funny. How far into the stream are we? I don't know. Did we just? I feel like I just started. Okay. Look at this. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Look at this. That is some 800T, if I've ever seen it. We got the halations. It's a vibe. It's a nice frame. Got leading lines coming to the subjects. And then we got the 1, 2, 3. Repetition is always nice in all forms of art. It establishes a motif. Even in a single frame like this, it's like a drum beat. If you just keep changing it up every bar, it's going to be nothing for people to cling on to. So it's like, boom, papa tapa tapa, boom, papa tapa tapa, boom, papa tapa tapa, and then you got a little thing going on for you. It's nice. Here we go. Okay, so this one seems like a nice, lovely little frame within a frame. It's just with all this blackness, I feel like I don't like that it's butting up against the bottom of the frame. Did you crop into it? I do feel like it's cool getting to see the smear of the window. That's neat. I wish there was someone spooky looking at me here being like, hi, I have a knife. I almost feel like, I don't know why, this one just seems more pixely than the last one. So I feel like you must have cropped it in more to get it to this point. I don't know. Instant cheese, stop complaining. What are we talking about? Someone's complaining? Hey, is Brock here? I don't know if we have any of the moderators in the chat right now. But yeah, people, please don't please don't complain. I'm doing the best I can. I'm a one-man operation. That my team, I don't even have a team. So bing bong. Okay, and here we go. This is Dagnus's last shot. I like the little spot of red down there in the corner. This almost makes me think of like an MC Escher thing going on. It's almost confusing. at first. You know, you see the freaking, it's like the staircases going sideways and whatnot. It's cool. It's a cool frame, industrial. You know, it's like this is from the end of Terminator 2. Okay, well, don't start complaining, Instant Cheese. Hey, I don't know what, I just looked up at the chat. Sorry, I don't get to look at the chat when I do these streams. Yeah, this one's pretty boss. You know, nice color contrast from that to that. You know, green on yellow. That's always pretty boss. And the color definitely adds to it. Like, see, if I do that, it doesn't pop nearly as much. But who's Corey? Richard Corey. One half of this whole town. I forget how that song goes. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And yeah, these little razor wire things, pretty menacing. What do they call that? Hostile architecture. Texture. Pretty good, Dagnus. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm digging it. Okay, guys. After Dagnus, we got Roscoe again. Roscoe, is this your third and final? I feel like we've already done 2 Roscoes, haven't we? When did we do Roscoe before? I don't know. I feel like this has got to be your last one, Roscoe. Okay, and you guys can, by the way, for the limit of 3 per, you know, thing, you can max it all out in one go around. So from Roscoe, we are getting Nantucket Island. God, look at you. You a New Englander, eh? Lois. Hey, Lois. Why don't we go to the bearded clam? Whatever. Whatever they call it. Anyway, do you drink Narragansett? Gansett? Gagamagat? Is that what they call it? Anyway, here we go. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Here, back to me. I got to read the artist statement. Pentax K5 Mark 3S, Mark 2S, whatever. Okay, back to it. Look at that. It's a beautiful boat. It's missing a little bit of depth. I feel like this looks unintentional, accidental. Like, yeah, to really frame it up clean, we'd need to be here, you know. But yeah, nice old-timey New England, I feel like oysters and clams. Shut up, Meg. Yeah, pretty cool frame. Feel like a little bit of dock in the foreground would have sold it. Yeah, it's missing a little something. I don't know, but working with what you got here, I'm sure even if you hadn't, if you had shown what's up here, like maybe that probably would have distracted from it. I don't know. How much member submissions are left? I don't know, man. Let's. They keep on coming in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 without even refreshing. So let's keep on going. We got to keep it moving, guys. We got to keep it moving. Okay, next up is Tramai. Are you you're one of the, who the heck are you? Oh, Jubal Minix. Thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army. I can't believe it. Wow. Here, I got to check something really quick. By the way, guys, okay, so I'm seeing what you're doing. I just checked it. So thank you so much for the $20 donation, man. But really, the Army submissions are for people who do recurring donations. You did a one-time donation, and I know it automatically sends you the password. I appreciate you chiming in. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the first photo that you uploaded, and there you go. I'll let you skip to the end of the line. You know, it's a nice concession. You get to skip to the front of the line, even though you're not an Army member. Because to join LoPresti Army, you have to do a recurring donation. Sorry. Anyway, well, that's just to join LoPresti Army, it has to be a recurring donation. I'm sorry, that should just be a given for people. But I realize not everybody knows everything about me and everything. But anyway, I appreciate you donating the $20, man. I couldn't do this without the kindness of people like you. and everybody else. But yeah, I should get that on the submission page. But we've already started. Anyway, I'll read your artist statement. Canon A2E EOS body digital color Canon RP. Film is HP5. I'm guessing this is the HP5. Chicagoland. Relatively new to photography. Started about a year ago. Been home developing in no small part due to your videos and love the process. Well, thank you so much. Now I feel like an asshole for being a stickler for the rules. Anyway, check it out. Pretty nice, old-timey looking cityscape. Wow. It's looking nice, man. I think you framed up a very intentional frame here. Yeah, looks good. I feel like this would be at home, printed on a postcard in, you know, some antique shop of like, hey, this is when Chicago was built, the Windy City. Anyway, yeah, looks good. That train coming out of the bottom corner. I don't know, man. This just has that old time. I feel this reminds me of all those pictures of people building the Empire State Building. You know what I mean? Looks good. Nice cityscape. Now I feel like I'm cheating you if I don't look at your other photos, man. God dang. I mean, you did send me $20, eh? I appreciate it. But guys, please do not cheat the system by doing a one-time donation to get the password, because I had no way to change the welcome. Thank you for donating email for just recurring donations. At least I didn't figure out a way to change that yet. Anyway, thank you so much at Trameye. There we got your other photo downloaded. We'll go ahead and take a look because I'm not a jerk. But this is the only now that you guys know. Now that you guys know, you know. So now you know. If you know, you know. Okay, check this one out. This is like freaking flock cameras, D-flock. Pretty nice frame, dude. Simple frame, 2-element frame. You know, I mean, you could say it's a 3-element, but really these count as 1. Really nice. Like the lighting. It makes you think. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Really like it. And oh my God, yeah, that's a good frame too, dude. That's a good frame. And you smartly framed it up vertical. And, you know, all this blurriness of the KFC there, you can barely make out the kernel there. And then there he is again. Great frame. This is like a parking lot attendant next to a KFC. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good, dude. I'd say you're on the right path. You're making way better frames than I do. So, bing bong. Thank you for joining along. But, okay, let's check out the next submish. Next up, we got LoPresti. Okay, wow. How many is this? What is going on here? I thought I limited it to just... Oh, that's just a long file name. Okay, that's just 2. Okay, from Inside the Pond. What? SEM or Rec? I don't even know what that is. He shot it on a TLR. Gone there multiple times. These ones are my favorites. I couldn't get from the frame I wanted. Thus, I got my legs wet. Okay, so okay, so it sounds like from your artist statement that you walked into some water. You walked into some water to get your tootsies wet. Innit, bruv? Bangers and mash. Beans on toast. Couldn't touch this. Here, I'm just cleaning up my Photoshop. Here we go. F2. Okie dokie. Check it out. We got some lily pads. Nice, quiet frame. Reminds me of the McKee Botanical Garden back in Vero Beach, Florida, where I'm from. Are you guys excited for GTA 6? Looking good. I like that grain. Looking nice. You got a nice quality scan. You got some nice tones here. You know, one thing I don't like is I just feel like you got a little bit too overexposed, I guess. But I guess that's nice. It draws your eye there. I feel like I'd like to see this with a circular polarizer filter to cut down on some of the brightness reflections. But looking good. And that's nice. That's a totally different vibe. Look at that to that. Is it just the angle or the time of day? And then, yeah, I like the slice of sunlight coming through. Looking good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I feel like it is missing a little something for that, like, something Georgia O'Keeffe would have done to make this go like, wow. It's missing a little something, but I don't know what it is because I'm not the type of guy that frames stuff like this up very often. Let them know in the chat, guys. Yeah, I do like the flare. It's coming down. I do like how you caught this hair just floating there on the water so perfectly. I'm just kidding, dude. I get hair all over my negs too. Looking good. I feel like the softness fall off over here is a little too much, But what are you gonna do? It's you were using a TLR. You didn't have no tilt swing movements or nothing. Living in the deep state, aren't we all though? We're just trying to get our little bit of adrenochrome. Yeah. I think that's what's missing for like the shallowness, depth. I mean, though you did bang out a nice crit focus there on the thing. Might be X-ray damaged. What with that light coming down? If so, that's pretty nice X-ray damage. Anyway, moving on. Back to me because I'm the star of the show. Whoa, Nappy FPV. I know for sure you're an Army member, so we're gonna go right ahead and download all your stuff. There's 1, 2, 3. Did I get them all? Image 6, 9, and 1. To the downloads we go. Okay, Cinestill 800. Everybody loves 800. 800T. It's the best T, even though my T's pretty good. Canon QL17. That's the little like Yashica Electro thing, right? In Nashville, I haven't been to Nashville in a long time. Well, actually, I drove through kind of recently, but we didn't even stop. We just drove right on through. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. This gives me big 6th Street vibes. It's just like on the street, on the strip that everybody walks down. Totally different vibe, Nashville from Austin, What's up with this? Did this one get X-rayed? Is this the one we were talking about X-rayed? Or did this guy just get hit with a laser beam? Yeah, you got that whole freaking 800T halation vibe everyone chases after. It's a nice scene. I feel like I would have taken it too. I see the potential, like this guy up here raised looking out kind of mysteriously. I just feel like there's something about it that's missing. I feel like maybe it's just it's not super in focus. It's kind of flat looking, I feel like the focus is here on that lady, but she's not really adding much to the scene other than just another person bringing there. I feel like if the frame was simpler without her, it might be a little more strong. And then you definitely would have focused up there. I don't know. Maybe just getting closer would have done the trick. But I do see the direction of it, and I see where your eye is gravitating towards the right things. Same here too. Like I get like this is a neat little intriguing thing with this face poking out. Nice little like pop of a thing there, and then of course the nice backdrop of neons. But with any busy cross section, you're always dealing with like boring people like just looking away that kind of like take up a lot of real estate in the frame a lot of the time, that could otherwise be taken up by cool out of focusness. And I don't know, trying to isolate someone in a busy intersection is always a struggle, but cool lighting. And it's cool that you got this so well lit on film. I always struggle, dude. I always underexpose the heck out of my stuff when I go out and shoot film. That's why I always got to do flash. Okay, now here we go. This is a neat little thing. This, you got the guy steaming the hats. By the way, we're all looking at me, right? Okay, cool. I always worry that whenever I don't have, the monitor up, I'm like, oh crap. If people just been looking at me like, Nick, pull up the picture. Anyway, we're looking at them. Anyway, Nappy. Yeah, this is probably the strongest one of the three. I think it's really cool how you got the light wrapping around him on his back. Obscuring the face, which is irrelevant, erroneous, extraneous detail, which is what I was trying to say. And then selling the scene. You're like setting the scene with the hats, And we don't need to see this guy's face. We can see by the way he's dressed. He's supposed to be there, and he's steaming this up. And people are excited. Like, oh my God, should we get hats? Should we culturally appropriate cowboy culture? Oh my God, yes. Anyway, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I like this one. And look, me and this guy are twinsies. We're both freaking yoked. We're yoked. Freaking yoked. Should I do a nip reveal? No, this is an only F. Anyway, pretty good. Pretty good. Love it. Bing bong, baby. Yeah, okay. Let's go check it out. We got to keep this moving, guys. I feel like we're moving at a better pace than we were last time. M, you got one more. Hell yeah, guys. M is back. M, are you still here? What's up, dude? Okay, remember the epic landscapes from earlier on 4x5 with a Lynn Hoff on Ektachrome? Now we got Pentax 6.7 shots on 250D. His camera got drenched and stopped working properly. Film advance got effed, so I just kept shooting until it fixed itself. I thought that the entire roll was a waste, but I'm actually kind of happy with this fever dream. Anyway, in Avalanche Lake, Montana. I bet you it's a ooh. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I can see that I have it selected, but I can't see where I've selected it. Come on, guys. Okay, there it is. Oh, and we get sprocket holes because you did some freaking 70 mil or 65 mil, whatever the heck they call it. Look at this, guys. What? Unintentional. What? This is a good photo. A good accidental photo. It looks like each of the individual exposures alone would have been bangers. And then through the photo lords were looking down on you. They're like, we're going to get your camera soaked. Film advance isn't going to work anymore, but it's all just going to work anyway. It's just going to work anyway. I mean, look at that. Look at how this, I mean, I don't know if this and this was already part of the same. It could have been because it looks like this fog could have separated those two planes, but OMG. And then what? We got freaking waterfalls. It's like almost like lightning coming down from the clouds. And then, you know, how many shots is this? M, are you still here? If anybody can get a hold of M, how many shots is this? My God. Wow. It's pretty freaking cool. I can't tell how many shots it is. And then what is this? Is this like, were you getting the sun there? Like everything just lined up. We get a little lake. We get a freaking road. So there's a lot. Oh, and there's lake here. So we get like lake there and lake here. Oh my God. It is a fever dream. It was like 6. Holy cow. Whoa, it really freaking worked out, dude. Yeah. I mean, I know you're probably bummed that you didn't get to see all these standing on their own merits, but man, gee whiz. That it worked out really good. I'd have to agree with you. This is a good fever dream of a multiple exposure. It's funny, that actually happened to me when I went to Big Bend National Park. One roll that I was doing, it didn't advance at all. And it was just like the whole thing was, I must have torn a sprocket hole or something. It was like 36 shots on one thing, and it ended up looking kind of neat. But yeah, guys, got him. Good job. Good freaking job, M. Wow. And this is why we do these photo critiques, guys. We get to learn about cool stuff. By the way, go follow M. Here he is again. I'll pull him up on screen. Go follow M. Freaking boss man up in here, like the Shire. Okay. Sick, dude. Sick. That's some sick. That's sick. Sick business. Okay. Looks like I get to refresh and see who's past M now. And I'll let you guys know how many. What software do you use for each stream? I'm using OBS. Hang on. I use OBS. Okay. And we got, M was the last one, right? And then we got Pedro. Pedro, you're next. You're next, Pedro. We got Pedro, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 more lined up in the army. So in case you guys are getting worried that I might not see your free submissions, just letting you know. Just letting you know what we got on deck right now. Okay, so next up is Pedro with a Fuji GW690 Portra 400 in Washington Square Park, New York City. When searching for portraits, he set up in a public area and placed a sign next to his camera and tripod that reads, "Free pictures." That is to say, my subjects voluntarily place themselves in front of his lens. Well, that's good, because we're always looking for consent out here in the wild streets. You know, it's good to have ethics, guys. It's good to have ethics. Okay. Bing, bong, bing. Ooh, Pedro. I didn't know you were a good photographer. I don't think I've... Pedro, you're pretty new, right? Aren't you one? You're like one of the newest members. Where's my list? Yeah, last time the video came out, you were the brand spanking newest baby member. So I think this is my first time getting to see your work, man. Okay, let's start here. This looks pretty freaking good. Okay, look at this, guys. With a GW690 doing portraiture. I didn't even know people did portraits with the Texas Leica. Well, actually, I guess I did know that. Pedro, are you here? I don't even know what your username is. So, my God. Yeah, it looks like you caught yeah, she's doing nothing. But there's something about it. I don't know. I think you framed it up good. She's got attitude, whatever, looks great. Looks like you nailed focus. So it's a good portrait. I'd be real happy with that. Are you in here, Pedro? Pedro, calling Pedro. Pedro, aisle 3. Pedro, aisle 3 in Washington Square Park. So I guess you're a fucking, I don't cuss, guys. You're a freaking New Yorker. Okay. I feel like, you're getting something out of those eyes. Why is this one more pixely though, man? Did you have to crop in? Was this person didn't want to get close enough? I mean, yeah, the lighting, it looks, you got them well isolated. Yeah. I think you got them comfortable standing there. It doesn't seem awkward. Neither of them seem awkward. Like, it seems like this person's like, like thinking something, and so does this person. That's what I like about it. Okay. Here we go. Groupie. You know what I mean? Like a group. It's an ussy. This one is fantastic. As long as that's her dad or, brother, close family. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah. Look at that. Sometimes it's hard, dude. Kids can be real shy or weird. Like, either they ham it up or they won't even look, And to be able to get that with the hair flowing like that and his eyes, I mean, yeah, bing bong. Pedro, you here? Nick, I'm new. So happy to join. Thank you so much for joining, Pedro. Thank you so much for sharing your work. Yeah, this is good ass stuff. Are you a New York local? Are you in the city? If any other city, you're near the city, right? You're a freaking New Yorker. You guys should link up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know photography's weird. Sometimes you already have enough friends. If you're in the city, you probably already got friends for days. I mean, that's the whole point of being there, right? Is knowing people. But my God, good shots, man. Yeah. Yeah, the lighting, like you exposed it perfectly. Looks like it was like, I don't know. How are you? What did you have your own lighting there? What did you say in your thing again, Pedro? Public areas, camera and tripod. I don't know. Yeah, the lighting is good on all of them. Like, even if it's just flat lighting, I don't know what it is. You got a bounce, you got a reflector coming in there, or what? because it looks nice. Like it looks flat all behind them, and then you got that light coming in. Are you doing a flash? What the hell is going on? Whoa, Micro Flyer, thank you so much for joining the Army, dude. Everybody, yeah. When you join the Army for submissions, remember it has to be a recurring donation. And then please don't just cancel, because that would be mean. But I try to do these more than, I try to do these at least once a month. So, there would make no point to cancel because then you just have to re-up next time anyway. Bing bong. Great job, Pedro. You freaking crushed it, dude. That was a great selection of portraits, man. That makes me want to go out there and try and get good at portraits. Let me check, guys. Somebody just asked how many people we got queued up. Whoa, we have over 100 submissions of free submissions, guys. Just to let you know, bing bong. That's sorry that Army is taking so long. And then we already got 1, 2, 3 more people in the Army that are waiting to get seen. So, I'm sorry, guys, but I need to take a pee break. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to put on my latest video to give you a teaser of, wow, Nick was so sad, He, wow. Anyway, sorry, I got to put something on because I got to
trip all the way up to New York and then hit Route 66 on the way back, and I only shot a couple rolls of 35mm film. So what's going on? I got all the cameras and lenses a man could ever want. I have a freezer stocked full of film. I got large format, 35mm, 110 medium format. I was waiting for a butterfly. I don't know if I got it. So what's going on? Well, honestly, it's this. Ever since I became a content person and I'm forced to record, they say do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life. I say turn what you love into a job and you'll never enjoy anything ever again. Then guess what? It's around noon o'clock. So if you didn't know, that's the worst time for lighting conditions, and it's pretty freaking hot. Let's get to it. Okay, we're on shot 6. We should be on shot 5, but I had to take a duplicate of the first one. Anyway, like I said, I've been burnt out. Been hard to justify taking pictures at all, let alone on film, because I hate the idea of just wasting film for more content. But apparently that's what I'm doing. Though I guess it's okay because I labeled it with rediscovering the joy of photography. So
shut up, freaking complaining McGee. God dang, I hate when people whine on the internet. You're already making money making content. Why are you such a god? Yeah, there's over 100 submissions already on the freebies. Let me check the stream. Wow, we got 100 people watching. Guys, thank you so much. I feel so blessed. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. Let's keep plugging away. Let's get through these Army submissions, and hopefully we can get to some of the freebies. And if you submitted at the start, hopefully you stuck around. Thank you to everybody who submits. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the new members. I'm going to be sending you out welcome packages with all the passwords to the unlisted content that's out there. I say all of it. There's only 2 unlisted videos that are exclusives right now. And then there's other stuff, free presets that I send to all new members. So thank you guys. So let's go back to putting in work, checking out these photos. Pedro, you rock, dude. Hit me up on Insta. Let's talk, man. Those are great. Next up is Only Human. Only Human. Konica Auto Reflex TC. Lucky Color 200. I still haven't done that. In Myrtle Beach, first time shooting film. Wow. Heyo. Okay, first time shooting film taken during vacation back around the end of May. These are some of the best these are raw scans from the darkroom labs. Okay. Still haven't gotten around to touching up the photos myself, so. Okay, well, let's check it out. Your first roll of film, eh? Wow. But did I read that right? Your first roll of film? Myrtle Beach on Lucky Color 200. Okay. Here we go, guys. Myrtle Beach, Lucky Color 200. Konica, baby. Konica. Look at that. Yeah, it's got very warm vibes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The postcard makes you think of the postcard text, like Like, come on, I can't even. Why won't it? Fonts? You guys get what I mean. Why can't I change the font? What is? Hey, whatever, guys. You know, I did go to school for graphic design, but I guess I can't even change the font in Photoshop. Anyway, beautiful. You know what I mean. It's like, welcome to Myrtle Beach. We're the home of the Merlins. The what do they call them? What do they call them in Kenny Powers? Mermen. Well, the home of the mermen. Yeah, looking sick, dude. Yeah, just nice row. Like, what more could you want for a wide scene? You know, it's populated, but it seems depopulated. The people are just like props. I used to try and go take pictures at the beach. What happened here? Quality control from China. You know, this is lucky color. Oh boy, we got new film from China. Wow. Or are you catching ghosts? These UFOs, is that what's going on? People flying kites? Or is that just some defects on the film? But yeah, pretty grainy. I guess that's what people are saying about this film, right? But I like the colors and you know, pretty standard beach shot. It's always a struggle. You want the water too, but you also want to get the interesting things, you know, like the buildings and the umbrellas. So like when do you stop panning when you're trying to take beach shots, you know? Okay, yeah, this one, I see what you're going for here. Definitely. Again, we got repetition that, you know, builds a motif. We got the bing, bong, boom, bing, and then a little bit of a blip over there. This is the only one that's populated. Makes me wish they were here. You know what I mean? These old-timey freaking condo buildings do always look kind of cool. Makes me think of home. Yeah. Framed this one up pretty nice. Lighting is harsh out at that beach. It can be a struggle. But, you know, when everything's bright, you know, you can just stop way down and get everything in focus. Focus to infinity. And then finally, okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool how this feeds into all this jazz. You know what I mean? Like bing, 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 bing. You know, kind of back to that MC Escher-ishness. It's neat. Like for such a busy thing, you did kind of divide it up into something nice. You know, this thing is spitting this out. And we're still like, you know, limited elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then I guess 5 if you count the tree as a separate thing. But yeah, pretty dang good. Is this tree broken and it's falling? Or no, it's just 2 different tree parts. Yeah, pretty good, man. Harsh lighting, and you did a lot with it. I feel like this makes me wish I could see more of it. You know what I mean? But it's kind of irrelevant. You know, but just, you know, words always mean more in the brain than just random shapes because language. I am human. Anyway, yeah, pretty. Oh, I am human and you're only human. Hey, look at me. I'm making jokes over here. Thank you so much, man. That was pretty cool set. Next up, we got Pierce. Wow, Pierce, you're also another newbie, aren't you? When did you join? I'm looking at my list. Well, not that new. I guess like last month, right? We did get a big influx recently. Okay, is that all of them? 1, 2, 3. We got Fuji 200, Tri-X, and Image 4848. Ektar, which must be Ektar. We got Tri-X, Ektar, and Fuji 200 with a Pentax K1000. New to photography, mostly for family, but I tell you, I like it to goof around, says Pierce. Oh, also taken with the Mewtwo Zoom. Not the Pokemon, but the camera. Okay? Okay, guys, not the Pokemon. We don't do video games here, even though I did do a live stream playing Half-Life. Let me know if you want to see another gamer stream sometime. Okie dokie. Wait, where's the... There we go. This is the right thing. Bing, bong, bing. Okay, we'll start with Ektar, then we'll go to Tri-X, and then Fuji 200. Never mind. I guess we'll do it opposite. F2. Here we go, guys. Fuji 200. Pretty neat that you were able to. Was this with your K1000? I'm guessing, because doing this with a point and shoot would have been hard to keep it steady without the flash on, you know. It's neat, but with all that blackness, I wanted to frame up something a little bit more. It's a mood, and I do like the elements of, like, you can tell we had a light over here. You know, it's like reducing the contrast of that. I just feel like there's not enough payoff for it, you know. If you framed it up differently, you can definitely frame up, normal, everyday, modest objects like a chair and a tarp in a way that feels like it's a good payoff. I just feel like giving it this much space and all that kind of takes away from what I want to see from this picture, you know? I feel like if we were more geometrical and had the window like here, and then the doorway here, and then the chair here, you know, I feel like it would add more weight. But I get it, because then at that point, you're going to be right up against these bars, and then are they just going to be blurred out random smudges in the frame, you know? So I get what you're going for. Remember the decade rule for old film, one stop overexposure region. Anyway, how do we feel about subbing digital captures? What are you talking about? Anyway, sorry, I don't have time to read the chat, guys. You guys feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Okay, Tri-X. Ooh, look at you going on an aeroplane. I haven't been on an aeroplane since 2019. So, and I don't know if I'll ever get on one again, guys. It's just a tube full of demons and germs. Flying thousands of feet in the air. By the way, the demons thing was about that one mega church pastor. He said a whole thing, screaming demons. You're like, well, that's why I need my private jet. But yeah, this is nice. Nice frame. Everyone gets this context. Everybody has done air travel in this day and age. Used to be luxurious. Now you're like cattle getting herded through the frickin' to the kill slot. Where the frickin' guy with the bowl cut's going to have his little, you know. Yeah, nice. Layering. I like that she's silhouetted, light, starting to get to middle gray, and then silhouetted again. Not too much text, like this stuff is far enough away where, you know, it's good. You framed it up great. You know, this is drawing you in, foreground element. This stuff is making you come in with those shapes like that and like that. And everybody knows what this is, and it's a nice thing. This is an example of when it's okay to do back of the head type of stuff. Usually I hate doing back of the head photos of people, but with something like this, you got all the context there to make a nice thing. Is it like a groundbreaking, wow, whoa? No, but this is a fully captured story of a relatable experience that everybody gets. So bing bong, baby. Great success. Wow. Okay, this one gets a bing bong. Yeah. Again, we keep seeing what's working is limited elements in the frame. 1, 2, and then 3, you know, and then 4. But bing bong. Wow. Nice lighting. How did this work? Where is it? So, because this shadow is getting cast from what? From this? So I guess the light is up here coming down like that. Looks great. Looks flat. Still tons of contrast. It's flat graphically, but still tons of contrast tonality wise. Bing bong. Yeah, this one ticks all the boxes for a frickin'. I said fruckin'. I had an R in there. Shot of just a normal sign. You know, sometimes I hate doing the cliche. Here's a photo of a sign because I'm a film photographer, but hey, you did it here. This is Kyle McDougall vibes. This is coolness. Love it. And who doesn't like lead paint peeling off a brick wall? Come on. It's snack time. Get your chips. Okay. Who sent those in again? What was that? Where did we leave off? Okay, just a sec. Sorry. Whoa, no, I went all the way to the start. We did Only Human, and then we just did the next one. Crap. Guys, I lost my place. There's Nappy, there's M, there's Pedro, Only Human, Pierce. That was Pierce. Okay, Pierce. Thank you so much, Pierce. That was some good work, man. That was some good work. I liked the sign one a lot, and the boarding shot was really cool. Next, we got Regain the Grain with his Minolta X700 and the Minolta QTSI, Lomochrome Purple, and Ilford HP5 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let me get your things downloading. Help computer, start all the downloading. And yes, I know all about that password and how it makes total sense. Thank you. Love it. Are we still here, Regain the Grain? Sound off in the chat. I hope you're here, because I don't have time to like do roll call and ask if people are here. My voice is starting to go, by the way. I should have had some like echinacea tea or something. By the way, so after Regain the Grain, we got 1, 2, 3. We got at least 3 people after Regain the Grain who are part of the Army. The Army list just keeps growing, guys. That's you skip to the front of the line when you're part of the Army. The normal rules don't apply to you. You're only in the Army line. It's like you're in the Express line. That's one of the perks of joining LoPresti Army, guys. So yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina, he said, and they were shot on Ilford HP5 and Lomochrome Purple. I'm pretty sure that's what you said, right? Yeah, with 2 Minolta cameras. So this one was obviously not Lomochrome Purple, but it was obviously a very good kitty. Very nice kitty boy or girl. I don't know. Love the grain. Love the contrast. Yeah, look at that. Sharp photo of a kitty cat. I love that. The extraneous information is, blurred out. Looking good. Just a nice simple frame. Again, this is just an basic little graphical element with our main subject popping up and being a kitty cat. And you're like, hey, stop scratching. That's 18. Dang, dude. I wish my girl could have lasted that long. Anyway, here we go. This is Lomochrome Purple, and that's sure is purple. Looking good, man. Nice, simple frame. Yeah, I kind of wish we got to see more of this, with the teal. Pop it in back there, but, works good. Nice reflection. I think you did a nice frame up job here. I like that you included this tree and these little beam parts. I think it puts a lot of weight to there, because it's as it goes away from you, you expect it to just go off the edge of the frame, like without any drama or interruption. So I think it works good. It puts extra weight on the left, which is closer to you, so it grounds you like that. Really good. Lomo Purple for the win, baby. Lomography. Send me more stuff. Come on. Lomography. Come on. Send me. They didn't let me keep the Lomo MCA. They should have let me keep it. Okay, and more HP5. Okay. I will say, on first glance, I'm like, it's not doing it for me. It just seems plain Jane. But now, after a couple of seconds of thinking, don't you guys hate it? Like, how do you guys consume photos on Instagram? I'm just like, oh, here's a set. Cool, like, heart, and do blessed hands. But look at this. These two, sorry, that was a terrible circle. Now you see, you got this tree here and this tree here that are in the foreground, they're getting kind of cut off at the bottom over here. And you're like, wow, it's like I'm standing there in the forest. Like I could just walk right in and go up onto that bridge and keep on going, Draws you in. Very high contrast. Makes me think newsprint. Makes me think, it's just the pines. Look at those pines. Yeah. Exposing for where you are, blowing out what's out there, You caught a lot of texture here and you still got it like tack sharp. So what did you push this? Yeah, I think it turned out really good. Puppy's snoring. Puppy's sleeping back there, guys. Thank you so much for sending those in, man. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that puppy. Thank you, Regain the Grain. You did good. You did good. Yeah. That last one was a little bit snapshot-ish, but it still did something for me. Where those two trees in the foreground, kind of drew you in more. Okay, let's keep on the moving, cause it's a time. It's a time. By the way, Regain the Grain. Are you new? Are you a new member? What's going on here? What's going on here? Did we get a new member? Where am I looking? Whoa. Thank you so much. God, guys, thank you to everybody who's joining just to be part of LoPresti Army and part of this photo critique. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for wanting to share your work with me and with the whole class. So bing bong, guys. You guys rock. I couldn't do this without you. Next up, we got Microflyer. You in here, boy? I've seen you sounding off in the chat earlier. I can't scroll up on the chat right now for some reason. Anyway, Kodak Cameo AF Portra 400 and Fuji X100S digital for the other one using my own film sim edited in Lightroom. 9/11 Memorial in New York City. Shot this with my favorite cheap point and shoot, the Kodak Cameo, super rare, the AF version, and has a crazy sharp lens that I absolutely love. It's a gem of a camera that nobody talks about. Okay, let's look this thing up. Kodak Cameo AF. Have you guys heard about this? Am I gonna have to go get one? Here we go. Look at this thing. It looks funny. Maybe I gotta go get one. Which one you got? Do you got that one? Or do you got this funny looking one with the... Yeah, it does kind of look like a toy camera. I'd sleep on it. I probably wouldn't spend more than $5 if I saw this at a thrift store. But now that I know it's good, guys, keep the secret. Don't tell everybody. Every time I put out a video about a different camera, people are like, shh, don't tell nobody. And it's like, hey, I'm the one making content. Don't tell me the rules. Okay, we got your stuff downloaded. Let's get it loaded up. God, I'm losing my voice over here. With the Kodak Cameo and then with the with the Fuji X100S. Okay, so let's guess which one is which. I don't know. Did you snag this? Were these people just there, or were you the photographer for them? Were you their photographer, or were you just a photographer? Pretty nice shot. Let me see. I'm going to guess this one's the digital one. Maybe I should have waited until I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I will reserve my final answer. But it's a nice shot. We get the leaning line going to her head. Looks nice. Of course, I'm guessing you were not the photographer because you got all these people in your way. But that's what Gen AI is for. Remove distractions. Anyway, let's keep on moving. Okay, wow. Look at that. That's cool. Yes, I always have a problem with okay, let me just go take a picture of some artwork or some mural or some statue. But that's pretty striking with the light bouncing off of there onto that kid, and then him you got things, you got pop, you got pop, you got pop. And it's like the lines are all making you want to look at that pop. And when I say pop, I'm just like a big, attention grabbing element in the frame. We're looking at me, right? Okay, good. Yeah. Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Gotta say. Yeah. One thing I'd be, I have taken pictures with wides like this, where there's a kid playing in nice light, like at a fountain or something. And then the mom would be like, hey, don't take pictures of my kid. I'm just like, come on. He's just like that much of the frame. whatever. So that's one thing you got to worry about. I know kids show exuberance and joy like nobody's business, but, you can always be seen as a freak, Anyway, so we saw that one. You just sent us 2, right? Yeah. So which one? Which one is film? I don't even know. Maybe this one, because this one's less sharp. But you have a film sim on it. So I don't even know, guys. See, that's why it doesn't matter. Who needs to shoot film? It's all the same. You can fool me with a Fuji film sim. No, I think this one's digital. Did he say? Did he say which one's digital? I can't scroll up for some reason, so I can't go up. The Dino one's film. Okay, yes. Dino one film. Yeah. It's resolving less. Okay, cool. I called it. I told you guys. Bing bong. I called it. Okay, next up we got Planeta, Gabe Vade, Sony A7 IV. That's the newest one, right? You want to trade? Omaha, Nebraska, DIY venue is the location. Handheld strobe, 24-70 G Master 2. Whoa, he's got the best of the best. I don't know. Maybe they're on 3 by now. Okay, so looks like we got some event shooting. Oh, by the way, I should close Lightroom. Why do I have that open? That's probably eating some processing power. Do I want to quit? Yes. Skip this time. How often do you guys back up your Lightroom? I skip most of the time. Unless I'm like about to go to bed. Then I'm like, whatever. I'll let it do its thing. Okay, some Sony A7 IV. Let's check it out. Bing bong. Okay, we got some hardcore shows. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're singing Taylor Swift covers. But, yeah, nice sharp shot. I think my only problem, I like that you followed him down as he went down on a knee and tried to frame him up there like that. It's tough. I feel like you got to pick your moments with music, especially when focusing on the singer. I mean, with anybody, you want to get the guitarist with the stink face, You want to get the vocalist while you can see the whole face. You don't want to just just eating a microphone. That's always the struggle. And then all these guys with their heads cut off, towering over from behind them, kind of remind me of that meme with all those dark-skinned gentlemen standing behind the lady on the couch. Anyway, maybe I'm ruined from internet use. There we go. Okay. So I think the however you're editing these with the crunchy contrastiness, it's working, and the strobe is working definitely for the venue and the vibe. You were using a 70-200, you said? Let me look back at the thing. 24-70. Okay. Yeah, 24-70 sounds good. I feel like I don't know if you're leaving it wide the whole time and getting close, or if you're zooming in for shots like these. I just feel like some of the framing is not doing it for me, just like how this one, where their heads are all cut off, and we got that there. Which isn't the end of the world, but I just feel like if I'm gonna go for trying to show this guy being a cool guitarist guy, I maybe would have rotated around this way, gotten him on this side so we could have the drummer there and have him there and have more of an angle where we're getting to see him in the fretboard more in his fingers, and drop the camera down low too so you could be looking up at him, This angle kind of just makes it look like he's more challenged than he's showing off. You know what I mean? And then here, I like that we got the fretboard, and the over-the-shoulder thing is cool. And look, he's got 2 pairs of shades. But I almost feel like it's just not doing enough for me. Like I almost feel like now this time go this way and get to see this guy's face, because like you're not really seeing much from him. Like, yeah, you're getting a weird face, but I don't know. And then you're cutting off the guy's head. I almost feel like you need to maybe go even wider. Watch Sweet Lou's new video. He's here. Let me show you. You guys got to go. How do I do YouTube's? Sweet Lou photography. Sweet Lou's got this whole video about.
There comes a time in every photographer's life where they say, "Should I buy a fisheye lens?" In their space with that fisheye. That's where the
he
real
also does like the circle fish eyes. If I can skip.
and at $20-something.
And
Back
it's, you
to
know,
the
it's like
top
a challenge.
and shooting random bullshit. I took a picture of a fisheye.
Here we go. Anyway, I feel like that
Example,
might be a good
46
challenge for you
millimeters refers to the filter
go
thread,
even
so that
wider.
needs to
Get a
match
cheap
the
fisheye
filter
or
thread on the
something.
lens. What we care about is the
Come on,
super
Lou.
fun little
You were
math
supposed to be
problem
shooting
for a
hardcore
fisheye
music this
setup.
whole
Low
time.
43 that
Now
much
we're
of
just
it. You're
seeing
looking
you.
for the that
Anyway,
to
it's a
take
good
the
video.
wider
I
you
just-
fisheye really sharp like the rest of your
I mean,
lenses
yeah.
anyway. So
there you go.
embrace the
Let you-
weird
there's all
shit,
the
the
action.
heavy
You're not gonna crop
distortion,
anybody
the
out,
chromatic
you just gotta
aberrations,
get an
and all
inch
the
from
other
somebody's
shit that
face.
people complain
You'll
about
get some
online.
compelling
There
pictures.
are
I'm not saying you need to
limitations,
go the
of
full
course. Nothing is
circle
perfect. It's
fisheye,
not exactly the first
but
lens
just
I'm
some
going
of
to
the
grab
framing
for
I feel
every
like is
single job
missing,
I do.
and
I'm
maybe a
probably
little bit
not
of,
going to
like,
be doing a
forgetting
ton of
the ideal moment, but hey, I'm a terrible photographer. That's why I do YouTube. So don't listen to me. Just, keep on watching my videos, I guess. Oh, sorry. I forgot about the volume. Was this volume all the way up? I got my freaking volume turned all the way down on my end. My bad, guys. Sorry. My bad. It's gone now, right? I turned it off? Yeah. Okay. My bad. Anyway, my whole point was that he, go wide, I guess. But what do I know? I'm an idiot. As you can tell by my inability to know what you are hearing at all times. But thank you so much, Planeta. I appreciate you. Ordinary Nerd is next. Second roll of film. Ordinary Nerd. What is... Thank you so much for the donation and for joining LoPresti Army. What is going on here? Is the internet still going? Did we lose internets? We still going? We still going over here? Thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army, and I'm glad I convinced you to do so by letting you skip to the front of the line with the rest of the Army members. Okay, so next, we got Ordinary Nerd with Canon AE1, second roll of film ever with Kodak 200 color plus film, which they don't make anymore. Actually, they do. They just changed the name, and it's his second roll of film ever in Malvern Hills, UK. Wherever the heck that is. I never heard of it. I've never left America, and I don't know if I ever will. Okay, here we go. Is the volume fine now, guys? Okay. Well, I think, simple frame. Nice view, simple frame. I can't get over the fact that you would put a cuss word on my live stream. I can't believe I'm always erect in commemoration of the Queen. I should have done that before I switched over. That would have been funny. This photo live stream is better than Instagram. What do you mean? The one you mean the YouTube version? How many people are watching on Instagram right now? We got 5 people on the Instagram, and we got 98 people watching on the YouTubes. Oh my God, I'm a celebrity! Wow, wee woo, guys. Anyway, sorry, this is your moment to shine, not mine. Anyway, check it out. Erect in commemoration of Queen Victoria. I should have stamp brushed that. I should have clone stamped that before I switched over. That would have been pretty funny. Color Plus 200. I forget what camera you were using because I don't pay attention. It's a nice, simple frame, but again, it's not doing much for me because I just feel like, yes, this is a thing. Some guy had a a mean comment in one of my new videos. They said like some photographers treat it like the camera is just a horizontal Xerox machine and you're just copying a scene. Yeah, so I'm not really seeing much of what you intend out of this. Other people like have like made me see or something more than just the sum of its parts. You know what I'm trying to get at? Anyway, bing bong. Let's keep moving. Okay. Now this one is a little neater. You know, yes, it's just a landscape that just flows as like one solitary element up there, but at least we have a foreground element that like makes you feel like you're part of the picture. You got humans for scale, and then just the winding trail that makes you go off into nothing, you know? So yeah, this one works. It's kind of a simple frame. I feel like it is needing a little bit something more, but I don't know what that would be. And I don't mean the moors as in the UK moors as in, okay, here we got a sheep. I like sheep. Bah. He's got his tail still? Wow. Guys, when I was a kid, I had to help my grandpa and my uncle castrate the lambs and cut their tails off. And that was a formative moment. Core memory unlocked. What's not PG? I know, he shouldn't have sent me an un-PG sign with erect for the queen. Come on. But yeah, I mean, the color plus worked good here with the warm tones. It's a nice, simple frame. But again, I don't know. I feel like it's missing a little something. And I don't know what I would have done any different. I would have taken this photo for sure. But looking at it, it's like maybe I'm just trying to be mean. I don't know. I feel like I want you to be closer, but he'd probably run because sheeps run unless you got food. Then they butt you. I don't know. Maybe if you got the camera lower and then we didn't have any of the vista off in the distance and we just had grass, sheep, and sky, you know, maybe that would have been cooler. I don't know. Is Ektar expensive? I don't even know. I haven't bought it in years. I still have, let's see. I got a roll of it right here. With the old packaging, look how crushed up that is. Look at that. But thank you so much for submitting those photos. I think you're taking good pictures of good stuff with good light. I just feel like some of the frame up jobs need a little bit more to show the people that you're injecting yourself into these photos. This expired in 2023. It might as well be new, but look, it's all crushed up. I miss the old boxes, guys. I thought, I like the old Portra boxes from this generation. When Alaris was still Alaris, men were men and photographs were photographs. Oh, electric fence. You couldn't have gotten closer. Okay, well, I don't know. Sometimes you got to sacrifice for art, you got to get shocked to give the world something shocking. I don't know what to say. We're all working within the confines of what the world puts us into. At least we're all deciding to be erect for the queen. Okay, who's next? Who's next, guys? Thank you so much. What was that? That was Ordinary Nerd. Thank you, buddy. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, we got 2 more army people. So it's starting to slow down a little bit, guys. We might get to some of the free submissions by the end of this. Maine, Virginia, Japan, from Eric Holland. Are you another newbie? Some very different photos. I'm not quite sure what my style is. 800T for the most part. He just loves it. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. Sorry. We're downloading the photos. Some very different photos. I'm not quite sure what my style is. Apologies for the double submit. I sent the sunrise photo as a free submission. Feel free to skip it when you get to it. Okay, well, I'll see if we get to it. Not when, if. That's how it turns in this photo critique live stream. Guys, you can only do so much. Okay, so this is Eric Holland, Maine, Virginia, and Japan. Let's drag in your submissions. You better be here, buddy. We're looking at your photos now. Ektar is $17 a roll. Oh my God. Guys, I try to support like local camera shops whenever I'm like on the road and I stop by one because there's none near me. And yeah, it blew me away. I bought like 2 rolls of film at one in Kentucky on our road trip. And I was like, oh my God, $40. What? I was like, I couldn't even believe it. And I shouldn't even have bought anything because like they were definitely doing well, this camera shop. They had Hasselblads out the wazoo there. Anyway, and the lady didn't even seem too excited. It was all like pretentious people type of shop. Anyway, okay, number knower. Eric, thank you so much. By the way, in the submissions, I always ask people like, what's your name on the live stream? Just so I don't have to guess who's who. Anyway, let's check it out. Okay, this one is looking very storybook. Very makes me think. So you said what? You said Virginia, Maine, and Japan. Is this one Japan? Looks like that could be a Japan roof. That could be Japan moss. Okay. You got a couple of losers in your background, unless those are your friends or family, then great way to show scale. No, I mean, I wish if you had people that they would have been here out in the open, interacting with each other instead of like, looks like he's holding up a phone, wearing hipster Gen Z clothes. Other than that, the frame's pretty boss, dude. Yeah, like it. I like it a lot. Okay, this person is getting straight up blasted. I'm guessing this is the 800T. He's on the Korg. We got ourselves a little tiny desk NPR going on. Yeah. Looking good. You guys see, I know music. I know stuff. I know synthesizers and whatnot. Looking cool. It's almost kind of distracting that he's getting so blasted, though. It is neat, though. It's a vibe. This guy looks like he skips all leg day and arm day. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Whatever. I'm not trying to body shame. I never do core. I'm a fatty boobalatti. Yeah. Looks like a hipster coffee shop type place. That's cool. Looks like a fun little concert. Yeah, again, same thing as with that hardcore show photo from that other guy. Just like, it's hard to find that moment of like them not just like, I always just think it looks weird. Like, what if I was just talking to you guys all the time like this? I mean, yeah, grab a screenshot. It'll look funny. Like, I don't know. Puppy. God dang. Okay, this one's cool. Puppy is sick of this live stream. It's going too long. Puppy, gross. I need freaking Febreze up in here. It smells fishy too. He's expressing himself. Okay. Yeah, I can barely talk. So this one looks pretty good. I love, you definitely got good light. Is this one digital? You caught a lot of freaking detail and reflections, That's why they spray down the set in Hollywood so that this isn't just going to be black sand or black asphalt or pavement. It's going to reflect all the light coming out to make things pop. Because, if it wasn't all wet, then it would all be the same value as this guy. That's just like a silhouette. What did you say? Which one are we on? Whoa, we got Juan coming up next. Holy crap. We got Juan coming up next. Okay, I don't smell anything anymore. And Sony A3600. I'm guessing this is the Sony A3600. Not that I'm trying to digital shame you. I'm just trying to keep things in perspective for a mostly analog channel. But I don't really care either analog or digital. Obviously, you got a very impactful image here on digital. But you did not straighten your horizon line. Come on, guys. I thought I told you about this. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really care. Whatever. It's the Dutch angle. I love the Dutch angle. Looks good. What's up with the crop? Does the Sony 3600 do 16:9 naturally? See, look, I called it 16:9 because I'm looking at one all day, every day, because I'm making YouTube videos. But yeah, pretty nice. I like it. You know, I wish it was something more than just a person tying their shoe. But it's nice. And come on, dude. I thought you were done. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'd rather smell my BO than the puppy's butt odor. Juan, are you still in here? New Year's sunrise in an empty vacation town in Maine. Okay, you could be spanking it in that if you imagine it really hard. What are you talking about? You mean in my shirt, or the guy could be spanking it in the sunrise picture? Thank you so much, Number Knower. Okay, next up is Juan, one of the OG members of LoPresti Army. As you can see, he's not too far down that list. Pretty high up there, you know. So, bing bong, Juan, you've been around. Appreciate ya. Okay, let me get all your stuff downloaded. Help all the downloading. Juan, yay, Juan's here. Hell yeah. Okay. Sony A7R2 and Canon A1 digital and Kodak 200 and Fuji 400. Kodak 200 and Fuji 400. Philippines, Miami Airport, and San Francisco Sutro Baths is how I guess you pronounce that. I don't know. Puppy, can you please stop with that? He's just so relaxed. He's just letting it rip back there. My God, I'm going to suffocate. Blech. Okay. I'm guessing this one is the Philippines, Juan. I love the colors and the whole vibe of like all those like Asian places like that. What do they call it? East Asian? No. What do they call it? Like all the islandy Asian places. There's like a word for that. I don't know. I'm not thinking Pacific Islander. That's different. That's like Hawaiian people and stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I like the colors. I don't know. I feel like you need to be closer, man, or you need something to sell that we're here, you know, in the foreground. I feel like, you know, it looks like there's tons of beach you could have used to get up there, and it looked like they were going to be busy for a while carrying stuff. Yeah, because there's a lot to work with here, and I don't know. I just feel like there's something missing that should be drawing me into this photo. The colors and the composition are nice, you know. This thing coming off the side of there and that thing there, you know, but what are you going to do about that? Those are just there. You're not going to get around that with those giant ships in the background. Yeah, I feel like it needs something more to draw me in. Okay, like this. Look at this. Simple frame. Beautiful. Is this one off the, you said Sutro Baths? Is this a thing in San Francisco? I'm from San Francisco. Ashbury and Haight. Boracay Bay. I guess that was the last one, or is that this one? I don't know. Anyway, this one's cool. Everybody loves reflection symmetry. And then having this in the background, super freaking cool. And a person for scale always adds so much. I mean, this would be so much different if this photo looked like this instead, you know. What do you think's better? That or that, you know? I think with person is always better. Of course, when you're going for something super symmetrical, it almost like hurts my OCD. Oh, crap. That was there. So like almost like that, you know, bing bong. Maybe. What do you guys think? Do you like it more like that, or do you like it with a little bit of a, do you like it when it's got a little curve on it to it? Anyway, and my dog is still farting. And yeah, of course I'm going to hit you with that. I mean, it just pops out more when it's a symmetrical thing. It's great though. And you can always fix that in post. And if you were going to print this, you know, you could always crop in a little bit and get the horizon perfect, you know. Great photo though. And oh my God, how did you get it from tip to tip In frame. Look at that. Juan, I know you're big on the planes and everything, and that's pretty cool, dude. You almost smack dab down the middle. I just know it's hard working with giant things in the distance, trying to get it like perfect, and you almost got it perfect. Look at that. I mean, there it is, like right there. And you got it like right there. It's just the tail. You're just, you know, almost a little bit more. You needed to wait for him to taxi to turn, you know. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you're working within the confines of having to be on that side of the fence. What kind of lens do you use when you go out plane spotting, dude? I know it's tough, dude. Like I was always around the little airport in my hometown, and I was never able to get anything close to that. I mean, yeah, there was no giant planes, but still, good job, man. You got to like know the area, know where you can get a little bit of height to get over the fence with your lens, you know. Good job. Yeah, freaking heck. Yeah, the only thing else you could want is like, you know, to have a cleaner backdrop at this point so that this thing pops off more. But again, you're working, you know, within those constraints. 45 mil depends. Yeah, dude, tip to tip, dude. It don't snip. Pretty freaking good, Juan. That's very admirable. Love it. Okie dokie. Let's see what's next. That could have been the last Army submission unless somebody else snuck in afterwards. Okay, guess what? We get to see some of the freebies. Some of the freebies, guys. Oh my God. Juan, mostly 70 to 400 mil with this Tamron. Okay. Guys, okay. That's I've seen them all. Let me just double check. Juan, you're still the last one 23 minutes ago. Thank you so much, Army members. Oh my God. Oh my God. My God. We can finally look at some freebies. And we're going to start from the beginning. 2 hours ago, Armand Velez, are you here? Looks like you were the first to get in. Calling Armand. Armand, are you here? Either way, he can always watch the replay or whatever. We got Armand Velez. Took this with the cheap point and shoot from the 90s Kodak Cameo AFM. We had somebody else talking about a Cameo earlier. Hidden gem of a camera, sharp lens. Is this the same guy? Is this the same guy? Yeah, looks like it. Well, thank you for joining. So, looks like you couldn't wait. Looks like we also got Treme, who also joined. So we'll skip over that one. Cole 3 HP. Cole 3 HP. Looks like you're up, buddy. Looks like you're up, buddy. That's you're really up. Cole 3 HP, you're up. We're downloading your photo right now. It better not be a virus. I think I'm downloading it. Did it come through? Dun, 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 dun. It's the Fourth Road Bridge, F301, 50 millimeter f1.8 AIS, color plus 200. This is COL 3HP. He's been waiting for hours, ladies and gentlemen, and it's finally time to look at his photo or hers. I don't know. I don't assume. I don't assume. Anyway, check it out. That's pretty dang cool. I can't believe you got a birdie with all this architecture going on. Look at that. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like how you lined this up with that, but I almost wish you hadn't because, you know, you got plenty of other vertical elements. I almost wish that this was directly under that, like the little knob. The little knob was right here, you know? And then, you know, if you move that way, I guess that would put this over there, but that would be fine because then you'd have that up and then you'd have that and then you'd have that and then you'd have that. You'd have a lot of this and that. Would you just look at it? But other than that, pretty good. I mean, I just think the old timiness of it really sells it more than if this was just a bunch of modern stuff, you know, but you know, that's part of the fun. Okay. Wow. Whoa. Bro, we get it. Bro, we get what? Bro, we get what? What are you talking about? anyway, thank you so much for submitting. That was our first freebie submitter. Thank you for submitting. Oh, crap. Don't want to dox everybody's email addresses. That would be terrible. Anyway, next we got Chromophrenic. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and do something really quick and close down free submissions because there's no way I'm going to get to the rest of them. There's hundreds, so there's no way I'm going to do all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off on my end. No more free submissions. Save. Okay. I have disabled the photo submit page. So sorry, guys. If you want to submit photos, the Army is still open. You just have to join LoPresti Army by giving a recurring donation of as little as $1 per month. Okay. Did I download the next one? Yeah. Next up, we got Chromophrenic. Chromophrenic is coming in with Ektachrome, a shot on Ektachrome on the Pentax K1000. Really? Did I pick the right one? Yeah, he says it's Ektachrome E100, old reliable Pentax K1000 on slide film. This almost looks too good to be film, especially slide film. Look at this, guys. This looks like a Goosebumps cover. You know, this looks like R.L. Stein. It's nuts. The lighting, the vibe. You know, it's a technical achievement to be sure if this is really on Ektachrome. What, did you have to have a real slow shutter speed? Is that why we got that whole motif of looks like, you know, all the movement of the clouds is all going that way. You know, it's just like the same effect as with water with a long shutter, but you need a way longer one to make clouds do that. How long was the exposure here, buddy? Tell everybody how long the exposure was for this one on Ektachrome E100. You need to get better scans, buddy. This is awful pixelated. Or did you just compress the heck out of this? Guys, I got to crack my back. It's terrible. Yeah, what was this? Like a minute long exposure or something? Pretty nice. Pretty good job. Pretty freaking good. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know, it's a trash can banger. I'll give you that. Get your trash can bangers at madebylopro.com. Okay, let's see who's next. Next up is Haroon. Haroon, he is an amateur photographer studying in Germany. Studying in Germany and traveling. I can't do a German accent. German engineering. And I'm doing photography for 1 year and analog for the last 7 months of photos taken by me in Tropea, Italy. Haroon. Kodak. Farbwelt. What? Farbwelt 100. Expired. I've never heard of Kodak Farbwelt. Expired 2022, but it's 2002. 2002, buddy. Okay, let's get this loaded up. Some 2002 expired. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at this. This looks like it should be freaking divorce Italian style. This looks like it should be some 1950s, except for, you know, this dingus in his hat with his shades thinking he's so cool looking. That's what I think. You know, you see all this old architecture and, you know, the vibe of it looks so cool on film. And this guy, I wish he was all alone looking out there on his own. But, you know, you got these cool kids. We're hip. We're on our Euro trip. You know what? Screw you. I can't afford to get out of my mom's den, let alone go on a vacation in Europe. So, you know what? I would go over there. I would tell them, excuse me, we are moving your table inside, and be like, oh, no, sir, you're fine right where you are. Just like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And then, you know, I'm just kidding. I would never have the balls to tell some rich, privileged kids to get out of the way. Anyway, yeah, great shot. Beautiful. Whole rant. You got a whole rant out of me. Great shot. That's another travel poster shot. But then, is it the place doing the heavy lifting or is it the photographer? That's, you know, it's always a struggle. How do you inject some of yourself into it? And maybe I just liked it for the place and the pretty light. But that's fine. That's half the battle, is recognizing pretty things, you know. But then the next part of the journey is putting yourself into it. And oh my God, Sarah is already back. Did you get me beer? Dang it.
I got you a Scanza.
Oh. Kodak Scanza. It's sold, guys. Bioshock sold.
I got you
Oh, thank you.
aids.
This also sold. I put hearing aids up on the internet.
I bought myself a pair of shorts.
You bought shorts.
They look like karate shorts. I like them.
Hey, I see. I thought you didn't get Bias.
I didn't.
Hell yeah. Woohoo, baby.
How's
What
it
is
going?
it? Eclipse IPA. It's going good. We got through all the Army members. We've gone through, how many freebies have we done? Sorry to anybody who wanted to buy my Scanza. I sold it $75. It's because I said Diana's Bananas the other day, isn't it?
It is. It is exactly.
Let me show 'em.
why. Those
Guys,
are
if you've never had these, check them out. These are pretty good. If you want to have a sensible dessert without going overboard, get yourself some LoPresti since 1982 traditional pailletas. Is that what you call them?
Wallaby, the best
Pailletas.
there is.
See, guys, I'm cultured.
And I got enchiladas.
Where do I put this? Do you want to entertain them for a bit while I go pee?
I don't have anything to say.
I don't know. Just sit down and talk to the chat, guys. Sarah Q&A for 2 minutes.
Hello. Bear, 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 bear. Hello. Yeah, no, I think he did get into the free ones. When he gets back from the restroom, he'll look. Hello, Leonard. Have you all been on here for over 2 hours with Nick? You guys popping in, popping out? I just jammed out to Thumpasaurus on the way home. I don't know if you guys listen to them, but you should. They're fantastic. My favorite band. Somebody said throw some ribeyes on the grill.
Oh, are we having steak tonight?
Yeah, you gotta take it. Well, it's in the fridge. That
why
half
don't
a sirloin.
Why don't you take it out? I'll salt it as soon as I'm done over here.
Um,
We don't grill our ribeyes. I still cook them in the cast iron. I eventually want to be able to do them in the stainless steel. But yeah, I'm not brave enough to grill. I mean, I have grilled steaks, but I just feel like I know what I'm doing with
one day
butter.
I would like a nice grill. Our
Yeah.
grill just kind of.
Yeah, our grill sucks. We
It's
got
charcoal
yeah,
and
it's not great. Glad to call myself a brand new Army member. Oh, big ass. Thanks. Yeah, I remember doing your. I thought that was a funny name. Do you want to go by Big Ass on the shout outs? Like I let people pick their name, whatever they want to be called. So you can be Big Ass
Sarah,
if you want.
Have you ever had a camera accident? How bad was it? One of my best friends got married and I took film. And Nick opened.
Well, okay, so we did Sarah, one of Sarah's best friends got married. We got to go enjoy the wedding. We weren't the photographers, but we brought some film cameras and had fun and took photos. And when Sarah unloaded her film, it was some 500T that hand spooled in one of those metal reusable capsules that where you can just take the top off. Like you know, with these ones from the factory, you can't just take this part off, but with some reusable ones you can. And after she took it out of her camera, she handed it to me. I dropped it and the top popped off. But anyway, there was just a little bit of light leaks. So, and it turned out good. It turned out adding to some of the pictures. So Dylan or Big Ass. How about Big Ass Dylan? Dylan, Big Ass. Anyway, who did I do? I'm going to keep it moving. Oh,
Someone said you're quickly becoming my favorite film creator.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Who's next? We got Leonard Kalin. Used their can. Oh, wait, before we do that, let me make sure there's no new Army submissions. I can't believe it. Juan, you capped it off. One of the first Army members got the last Army submission. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, I went to the wrong one. Guys, we did 135 free submissions I can't believe it. I mean, not that we reviewed them, but that's how many we got to, okay?
My phone kept buzzing the whole time.
Because Sarah gets all the emails forwarded to her. Next up is Leonard Kalin. Are you here, man? How does a member submit a photo? When you join LoPresti Army, you should get a password and a link sent to you as long as you do a recurring donation. Cheers.
Is it good? Cheers.
Yeah, it's good. And then you go there and you put the password in to get to the submission page. Otherwise, you can't get in unless you know the password. And the link here will also take you to the submission page, but you still need the password to get. Then you click Army submission. Anyway, Haroon, we already did you, right? Yeah, we did Haroon. And what the hell is Kodak Farbwelt anyway? Farbwelt. Now that I got beer, I can stream all night. Has anybody else heard of Kodak Farbwelt? Heck is Kodak? Look at this. Kodak Farbwelt. Is that how you say it? God, I need to get myself some Farbwelt. Look at that. Course Banquet. No. Ew. No, I do Lone Star. Anyway, sorry, I keep putting it off. Leonard Kalin. Is Leonard Kalin even here? Oh, he's here. Okay, yeah, let's get to your photo. Let's do it. Bing bong. What did you say? Canon EOS 300 with the 50 mil on his Slovenian location. Hello, I am Slovenia. Kodak Color Plus 200 in Slovenia. Because all Eastern Europeans sound Russian, da? Sorry. If that's racist. You all know you can't be racist to white people, though. Sarah's like, what did I just come into? Okay, check it out. I do like, it's come on, why aren't you doing it? There you go. This looks like a Christmas tree, but it's bells. It's bells in a church steeple. But yeah, that looks very Christmas tree-y, Oh, Christmas tree, how Christmas tree and Christmassy. Yeah, and it's kind of neat that the tree and that are playing off each other. But I feel like there's something there. I feel like you need to maybe expose more for the shadows, do a longer exposure with a tripod. If you can get somewhere to crop this part out, I don't know. Maybe if you did get a longer exposure, maybe that part would look neat. But it would be neat to be able to see, like, maybe if they had a porch light on, there's a bunch of little things that could add up to make this a great photo. And things like, this little three-peat over here, like almost coming off the side, just seems unintentional. While all this is extraneous, who needs that? So you could have cropped it more that way, and had more of this stuff over here in frame. But anyway, I do like the idea, and like your eye looking at this means you got an eye for good stuff, man. So keep on keeping it up. The three wise men. Yeah, man. But yeah, see how we get a little bit of light here, but it's only like a few pixels worth of stuff. So, but yeah, dude, good eye for this. If you could, but it was on a vacation, so now that's what sucks, dude. To really nail down pictures of a place, like travel photography is like a whole thing where people just, they go around and they take pictures of new places at new times all the time. But like, I feel like to really get good pictures of places, or the best pictures of places, I should say, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes revisiting places. And I guess I've learned that being stuck out here. And I still haven't gotten any great pictures of the places around here, but I realize how they change, and how different times of day and different elements can feed into how the picture comes out. So, it shows me the benefit of revisiting places. Thank you so much for submitting, Leonard. I appreciate you, man. By the way, if anybody still wants, hasn't submitted and wants to get their photos in, like, I'm not taking any free submissions, so you have to join LoPresti Army if you want to get any if you want to get your pictures looked at. And you skip to the front of the line, and you can submit up to 3 photos, baby. Anyway, next up is Diasis Brat from Holiday in France, another travel photographer. Hey, I almost also captured a student running through the water in full clothes, etc. But that's the second my battery went out. And then he did one of these emojis where your eyes are going opposite ways like a fish. I'm losing my voice, guys. Maybe I should just start whispering ASMR. So you're telling me you almost got the decisive moment, but your battery ran out. That's why you always need multiple batteries, the best batteries, the most beautiful, biggest batteries you've ever seen. Here we go. God, water spurt fountain, a.k.a. splash pad. Only the best LoPresti besties, Army members will know that reference. Yeah, look at that, man. Yeah, these things are like ripe for taking good photos. It is kind of creepy if it's a bunch of kids, but I guess if you're in a foreign land and you're a foreign man, it's a little less creepy because then it's just like, oh, we don't have this where I'm from. I'm not sure if I sent just. Hey, big ass. I don't know how many photos did you send in? Like, if you did 3 for your original Army submission, then that's it. But you can do up to 3. I don't know. I haven't seen a new Army submission come in. Anyway, yeah, I think striking, contrasty. I like it, but yeah, you didn't quite nail the moment, you know. But like, but I'm not going to say anything about composition or anything. Like, you definitely captured what this place is, but is it the best embodiment of what this place could be, and have it be instantly recognizable from thumbnail size of like, hey, splash pad, kid happiness, youth, summer, like. It holds all that, but it's not the embodiment of it to the nth degree. You know what I mean? And yeah, the kid jumping through it, that might have been it. And sorry, your battery died. At least you didn't get your camera all soaked and wet. And God, I got to quit doxing people. But yeah, thank you for submitting, buddy. Let me see. Oh, we do have a new Army submission. A new submish. Looks like I thought we did. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing, bing bing, bing bong. Ronin Medic. Ronin Medic, you in here? Did you just join, buddy? Thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army. Sorry if you've already been around for a while, but I don't remember I didn't recognize the name. What was it? Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for joining, man. Wow. Okay, let's get to it. What did you send me? So we got 3 pictures. Oh, one of them's a TIFF. Somebody values the dynamic range and color palette. And God, here's a little funny story. So I got I did this one gig, which was kind of just for exposure, which was stupid. It was for shooting and doing the whole cover of a local magazine here, Kerr County People. And the lady who runs it, very nice lady, but I tried to send her a TIFF of my cover. She was like, "What is this? This is too big of a file. I can't have this file." And I was like, "Oh my God." I thought everybody in print knew what freaking TIFFs were and would accept that stuff and be like, "Oh, wow, you're a professional." Wow. But no, I don't know what to say. Kind of blew me away. Anyway, it looks like I got everything there. Look at me accepting your TIFF files like a real gentleman over here. Bing bong. Yeah, let me get this loaded up, buddy. Thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army. Guys, our numbers are growing. I can't believe it. By the way, if you have joined LoPresti Army, I will be sending a welcome email with all the information. Like you get, we'll verify your address so we can send you a handwritten Christmas card. No matter where you are in this world, even if you're in Slovenia or in Uganda, as long as you have an address and a name that I can write on an envelope that'll probably find its way to you, I will go ahead and do that. International stamps aren't that expensive. They're like $3 or something, right? Yeah. So for as little as $1 a month, you get that, and you get to skip to the front of the lines in these photo critiques like Homie just did. What's your name again? Sorry, Ronin Medic. Okay, Ronin Medic just joined LoPresti Army and gets to skip to the front of the line while hundreds of people are waiting to get their photos seen by me. So, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait for Ronin because he paid me money because I'm an important YouTuber. What did you say about your photos? Let's hear your statement. Thailand, a field in Alabama, railroad tracks down the road from me. The Thai kid's name is Atari. For real. Wow. Harmon Phoenix and probably Kodak Gold for the rest of them. Okay, let's check them out. Here is Atari. God, Asian kids are so cute, aren't they? With their little bowl cuts. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I just miss Oliver.
Yeah. One of our best friends is a family, and one of them is Asian, and the kid is half Asian, and he's a real cutie patootie.
Japanese. I don't know why you're saying Asian. They're Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese, whatever. I don't know. I didn't want to keep doxing them with specifics, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, cute little Asian boys always reminded me of him. He was a cute kid. Now he's probably almost as tall as me by now. Jeez, I'm getting old. But yeah, nice frame.
Did Rocco come on?
I don't think I saw Rocco, but I haven't had a chance to watch the chat. One thing I gotta say, why can't I? There we go. One thing I gotta say though, like it just seems like a snapshot because everything's skewed. None of the verticals are lining up, which isn't that big of a deal. But also combined with the fact that you left in like a little bit of trash here or whatever that is, and then like if the kid's the subject and you know his name, that means like you didn't just have to sneak a photo, which means like I feel like I would have liked to be closer because it is a busy composition, a lot of elements with a lot of texture on there. So I would like to be closer to the subject because he is a little cutie patootie. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then this was some random back road. I don't see. Is this the railroad tracks one, or is this some road or some stream in Alabama? An Alabama porta potty. Granny days would be proud. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and this is a medium format shot. I feel like just with all the busyness of the texture, with the flat, overcast lighting, it's just like, what is supposed to sell me about this? You know? What would make me want to take this photo? And I'm not really seeing it, you know? The blue stands out in a setting, especially when it's overcast and you don't get blue sky, especially against the yellow. But yeah, I don't get what the focus is supposed to be on in this frame. Yeah. I feel like maybe different lighting conditions would help me see what you were seeing, but I'm not. That's your house, Nop. Well, what's the rent? Freaking $3,000? God, you need a roommate? Okay, here we go. Okay, the weird magenta cast is something I get on some of my frames, like the washed out magenta cast. But it's kind of working on this one. Is this the Phoenix one?
Did you get Josiah yet?
Josiah? I don't know. Did he join?
Yeah, one just came through now, but I didn't know if it was a delay.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, so here we go. We got a cool building and then leading lines going nowhere, which is always a struggle. You see some cool graphical element like that, and like that's fine. Leading lines don't always have to point at something. It can be a story of like, going on, moving on. The time keeps on moving, But for me, I feel like it's missing a little something. It's missing a little oomph. And maybe it's just the editing. Maybe it's just the scan. Maybe it was the way it was captured. Maybe it's the film stock. Maybe it's the color palette. But something about it is keeping me from wanting to dive into this one. I don't know. I feel like we're not getting enough oomph, enough je ne sais quoi from the brick building over here. Look at me sounding like a freaking tool over here. Freaking art teacher, art unk is being a total fucking tool over here. I don't know, man. I like the place. I don't know how I would have framed it up. Yeah, I don't know what to do with railroad tracks. Like, you want there to be, you know what's missing is what should be here is the big old fucking choo-choo.
Yo!
Oh, he did it to you too? He been stanking up the room all freaking day since you've been gone. No, I mean, I've been doing this all since you've been gone. Go take him potty. Maybe he's got it. Matthew McConaughey took this in 1991. Play some photog metal Russian circles. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, yeah, it's missing the big choo-choo that used to chug a lug down these tracks, and that would make this that would balance out this frame. You know, you'd have this big thing that, you know, you're close to, right? I mean, I don't know where it would be. I'm no good at perspective, you know. 3-point perspective. Did you guys go to art school? I did, and I suck at it. Anyway, yeah. So that's my thoughts. I hope I wasn't too harsh. I liked certain elements of things. I'm sorry if I was mean. But Atari was a cutie patootie.
Don't feel bad. Nick tells me my photos suck all the time.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're like,
You're my favorite photographer.
What did you say about my photo the other day? You were like,
Which one?
The ones I've been posted.
I did not say that. Guys, can you believe we still have 83 people watching on YouTube? I mean, what the heck is going on here? Looks like I'm frozen on Instagram. Is anyone still here on Instagram? We look frozen over here. Anyway, who cares? Come to YouTube. That's where the cool kids hang out, right? I thought a film camera for the first time 2 years ago, and yes, I did pay to hear his critique because I value his point of view. Glad everyone else can have some fun too. Ronan, I thank you so much for jumping on, for joining LoPresti Army to hear my thoughts on your photos. I know I just seem like the silly tool, but I do care, and I feel like I have a good opinion on stuff. I don't know. You should have a prize cannon. I don't know. Okay, so apparently there's somebody else who just joined. Let's check it out. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. By the way, guys, guess what my ringtone is? Guess what my ringtone is? It is what's the button? Hey, and I'm back. Isn't that cool that I can do that? Ah! I should have it just slap down on top of me and make me all go CRT weird, but I don't know how to do that with on live, you know. Okay, so next up we got the Sanity Revolt. Shot this photo, or 3 photos, because they just joined, with a QL17-3, whatever. That's one of those Canon rangefinders, right? Steubenville, Ohio, and Wellsburg, West Virginia. West Virginia. You ever been to Sutton, West Virginia? You can be mean. I just out here vibing. Okay. Like, makes me think you're like freaking laying in bed, smoking a vape or something. Really just locking in. I'm vibing now that Sarah brought these home. Thank God. Thank God for good women. People say, why do you drink? Because I got a good woman. That's why. Good, what is it? Good timing woman, hard timing man. How does that song go, guys? Did I get them all? Printing 15. Yeah, looks like I got them all. Okay, this again is going to be the Sanity Revolt. Cinestill XX. Hey, you mean Kodak XX. In Color Max 800. 800. Ding, ding. Wait, where's the third photo? You sent 3 photos. I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. Well, I can tell which one is XX now. Okay, well, we'll start on this one just because initial thoughts, I feel like this might be the weakest. So it's only going to go uphill from here, right? So thank you so much. God, I forgot your name, but whoever sent these in, sorry, we just met. You just joined LoPresti Army, but soon we'll become fast friends, and I'll send you a Christmas card. So, still smells like puppy butt in here. So super high contrast with the, actually, I know there's tons of tonal range in here. It's just that there's not that much tonal difference between, you can barely make out this other than the lights on there, which is kind of neat. It's like they're floating there. Reminds me of the little corner where I shoot the Christmas parade every year here in town. It's neat. Yeah. It's a neat little small town corner. Merry Christmas. Are they just a Christmas shop? God. Little small town shops, man. They're getting all gobbled up. Yeah, it's a nice little corner shop, but you know, this just seems like a little like scrapbook memory to me. It doesn't really say much to me other than, hey, Christmas time, black and white. This one, this has got a lot of character to it. This thinks northeast. This makes me think like freaking like colonial farmhouse type style looking things, you know. And just the symmetry of the freaking chain gate with the barn. You got, sorry, my bad. Got it all lined up, you know, pretty good. And then just the old timey houses like framing it up. I feel like it's real nice. And then that light leak helps sell the whole vintage vibe. You know, real good, simple frame. And it's a humble frame. It's a quiet frame. Nobody in it. And I just saw like there was like a whole article or something or some Insta thread. What do they call them? Carousels about a new style of photography. It's like unpeopled shots, like post something peopled shots. Yeah. Yeah. West Andy kind of style. Kinda. I mean, he does do straight on type stuff, right? But it doesn't seem like the same kind of color palette, but it's super, super cool. Definitely dig it. And look at this. This could be some old timey thing. What happened here? Did you crimp up your film while you were spooling it, man? What did you do? I've definitely done weird stuff like that. This reminds me of like just frames I would see going through family archive stuff, you know, scanning old photos. Seems a little bit fogged. Who knows what happened? I mean, it's a vibe, and it's cool, and it makes you stop and be like, hey, what's going on here? Just because of the creases, I guess. But other than that, like, you know, I still feel like it's lacking a central element and focus of intentionality. And that's fine. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with going out and taking a photo. It would be like, here's how this place looked at this time, you know, without trying to strive to make it the best of what this place can express itself to be. You know, like I do wish I could see a little bit more of the water tower and like have something central to the frame to be like, bing, this is what it's all about. You know, but it's still a place and time, and it makes it look old-timey. This is like when you get told that joke about running through the woods in 4th grade. Oh, the QL jammed. That's what happened to it? I don't know what running through the woods joke he's talking about, guys. Maybe I'm just a dingus. Anyway, let me clean up here and see what we got next. So I'll at least keep on reviewing until I finish my beer, guys. But if we get a sudden influx of Army members, I might even have to shut down Army submissions because, you know, I'm going to do every single Army submission, but, you know, I might have to stop them from coming in if we start getting too many. Whoa, here we go. We got Carson Brownie, and we got Connor. And we just got another one. A submission or a new member? Oh, okay. Well, they might be coming in a sec. Thank you to everybody who has been joining LoPresti Army. Here we go. You know, for a little bit, we were getting to look at the freebie submissions, but now we got some other Army members coming back in. Only in the LoPresti do you get this kind of feedback. What are you saying? Other people coddle you and don't tell you the truth about how your photos look? Well, I can tell you right here that I take the worst photos, so I have no problem telling you how much yours suck. Right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like other people try so hard to have like, oh, look at my roll. My whole roll was bangers, you know? Or like, here's an obvious like mess up or something. But like, I like, you know, when
That's the one thing I can't stand about Grainy Days.
Yeah, Grainy Days is like, oh, well, out of 36 photos.
We haven't watched this show
in a while, yeah.
At this point, but it was always just like, oh, well, I got this many portfolio shots and this many, you know, first of all, most people don't need a portfolio per se. And like, I don't know. A lot of famous photographers will be like, I never took a great photo in my entire life. You know what I mean? And to be like, oh yeah, every roll has a great photo is wild. is wild to me. I'm like, if I get one a year that I'm like happy with, that's nice. That's nice for us.
I couldn't even tell you one good photo I've taken this year. I guess that's part of the reason why I did my whiny, complainy video this past week. Anyway, we got Carson Brownie, Konica T3, Fujifilm 400, Las Vegas in Idaho, NASCAR in Las Vegas, and my family's farm in Idaho. Okay. You know, you guys can give me like a full-on artist statement if you want. That's what the custom message is for. But, you know, I appreciate you guys keeping it succinct, I guess. Bing, bong, bing. That one's a weird one. Why'd that one come out like that? Okay, was this any of this on film? Oh yeah, Fujifilm 400. The best, the only film that matters. Okay, here we go. This thing, you know, this is a neat angle. Probably one most people don't get to see, but by the way, Chisholm, John Chisholm. Have you guys seen Chisholm with John Wayne? My cousin almost married a Chisholm, by the way.
Did she almost marry him?
I don't know. I think yeah, probably just married. She's never gonna watch this, so why do I care? Anyway, he was a jerk. He said he made an off the cuff remark about my sourdough bread that I did not appreciate. So I'm glad he got dumped. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of a neat angle. Like I've been to one NASCAR event in my life, and oh my God, it just kept going on and on. There was so much. There was rain delays, and then they kept crashing, and I just wanted to go home. But I didn't get anywhere close to the action like this, you know, getting to see whatever pit crews or whatever the team's looking at. So that's kind of a neat behind the scenes looking thing. But it's just like, it needs something like either a car here or like, I feel like we need the exposure up so we can see what's going on here. I know there's a lot of glare and whatnot and high contrast, but it is a neat little sneak peek. But maybe Chisholm means something to people. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I don't know what's going on. It's a neat angle, but I still feel like these kind of neat angles need a face or something like to show more. The whole horse eye, I just don't get why you sent it like that instead of like that. It is nice that you framed it within the chain link, though, and you got it pretty dang sharp. Looks like it's right about here. You just by a hair missed it on the eye. But, I mean, look, you can even see the reflection of you in the eye. That's pretty cool. And you can even see the chain link. Something like that. I feel like someone would like to see that printed out. What did you take? You took this on Fuji or you took this on digital? I feel, you know, those simple frames. Animals, high appeal. Everyone likes animals. You know, people can feel something from a chain link. You know, I'm not saying I do, but you know, it's simple, recognizable, obvious things.
Nice. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was on my phone.
yeah, it is it's a cute. Is this a horse or is this a cow?
It's a horse.
Well, how can you tell? It's that close. I don't know.
I guess it could be cow.
I don't know. It's probably horse. It's cute though. Okay. Now this one has more of a thing to it than the last one. I don't know. The other one is more intriguing. The last NASCAR one's more intriguing. This one's kind of a more like obvious composition, I guess. You know, what are the main elements? You got the whole stands, you got the 88, and you got him. And like just the way things are, well, you know, and of course you got the track, but that's kind of just like the filler between everything. And then you got the accoutrements of that. And what the hell is that? Is that the banner? Is that the checkered flag? I mean, I do like the light streaking in, and I always like lens flare, even though I use lens hoods whenever I can. And then that, you know, that's a cool little element. But I just feel like it's not jiving together. Like like the stars need to align. Like I need him here to show that you thought about where to put him. If you're, you know, like that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, there's the 88. There's this guy. Let me move this way a bit and put him there, you know, because all that stuff's within your control, you know. But other than that, you know, NASCAR. But it's cool that you went to a NASCAR thing and you tried to get photos of not just the cars. By the way, if you're unfamiliar, you should check out if you like NASCAR, you should check out Zach Dobson. He does all the Indy 500. He goes to all of those. He lives in Indianapolis, and he's a great professional photographer. Indy is the Louisiana. We think Indiana is the Louisiana of the North. So I mean, it's the vibe we got going through a couple of the backwoodsy towns. Some guy stopped me. What did I even have? Oh yeah, it was freaking. We just as soon as I got out of my freaking truck, he sees my license plate and he's like, "Oh, so you from Texas, eh?" Or something like that. And he's got like one tooth, and I'm just like, freaking hell, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah. Creepy old boomers will talk to Nick anywhere.
Oh no, you guys couldn't see the images the whole time? Oh my god. Okay, my bad. One beer does to a motherfucker. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. The photos had the most exciting details we can't see. Okay, so here's the last one. My bad, guys. I thought Sarah was double checking it.
I'm not on your channel.
Oh, I thought she was watching it this whole time. My bad, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is the intriguing one. This is the behind the scenes one that needed something extra. You know, it's a cool angle. Not a lot of people get to see. When you think about, NASCAR, you think about this. You don't think about getting to see that kind of thing. But it needed something extra to elevate it. This is a cute little cutie patootie chain link fence. Yada yada bing bong. Yeah, is it a horse or a cow? Who knows? And then here we go. I felt like this needed to have more intentionality in the composition to make me feel a little bit more something, even though the lighting and the dynamicness of it is pretty cool. So yeah, those were my thoughts on that one. Sorry for leaving you guys hanging. That's what happens when I get half a beer deep. Okay. Anyway, next up we got Connor on Digital UK. Loves my videos. Thank you so much for loving my videos. I love that you love my videos because it's all about me. Me. I'm the most important guy in the world. Look at me. I'm sorry. I mean, I got a Gomez Adams mustache. Vincent Price looking motherfucker over here.
Did anybody like your mustache?
Nobody said anything about my mustache. Use AI to put a rocket on his back. That's what I should do. Okay. Connor, Digital, UK, likes my videos and wants to show me his pets. Okay, let's check it out. Where in the UK are you, buddy? Okay, check it out. We got a cutie patootie puppy. This looks like a phone photo, which is fine. I don't know if the puppy is actually nice, but he looks angry. Those pitties can look angry, but still be sweetie beanies, sweetie beaties. Looks with it. They got a lazy sit going on though, so they're probably chilling. I love pitties. Cutie patootie. Oh, look at that thing sleeping. Look at those freaking lips. It's cute. Oh, Walker's leash is all like that too, because he's always couch lounging. He's all turned around like a little quail. Anyway, it's adorable. And then you got a horny toad? In the UK, you got a horny toad? Dude, you better get him some Blue Chew. # kill Tony. Anyway, cute pets, man. I'm not even, I'm not going to bother critiquing the composition of these shots. You got some cute animals, buddy. Thank you so much for being a part of LoPresti Army and sending me snaps of your cool fur babies, whatever you call them. Thank you so much. It's a way to brighten the room. I don't think I've missed anybody, right? In LoPresti Army, those were the latest ones. Got Carson Brown. I thought we got a new submission. I guess they came in. The Sanity Revolt, we already did you. Okay, back to the freebies until I finish my beer, I guess. I don't even remember where we left off. Crap. Who? Tan. Yeah, I think so. Let me know, let's gig 'em. Gig 'em, what do you mean? Cinderblock head, have an ass. Who, me? I got a cinder block head. To become LoPresti, you must become LoPresti. That's what I tell myself every day, buddy. What do we do? We didn't do him yet. Him. How far are we back? We did Haroon, and we did Leonard Kalin. Next up is Deese's Brought. Or did we already do that one? No, yeah, we did that one. Rowan Elliott. I don't think we did you. Kodak Gold, Rowan Elliott. Yeah. Kodak Gold on me Pentax in me Ocean City. Oh, I can tell you're from, what are you from the Isle of Wight or something? Kodak Gold in me Pentax. You guys ever watch Shoot Film Like a Boss? He lives in the Isle of Wight, and he's like, "Welcome to me channel." So that's why I thought that. So Rowan, let me finish it. Thank you, beer wench. I'm just kidding. I love you. Guys, pro tip, never call your schmoopy a beer wench. Yeah, Morticia's husband. I do. I worship the ground you walk on. See? Nop, what are you talking about, these nuts? Anyway. Kodak Gold in me camera from me Ocean City. You really got this on film? I'm zooming in. I'm not seeing no grain. Maybe you just need a better scanning method. I mean, it's a great sunset, great little wave texture. Looking pretty good. Right place, right time. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Thank you so much, Rowan. You're probably not even here anymore. How we doing on the stream? 74. We've gone down to 74, guys. This is atrocious. Tell everybody to join the live stream now. I'm sorry that I did a whole critique without showing you the image, but I made up for it, didn't I? See, these are the things that happen. I feel like I could pee in that and nobody would ever notice. Yeah. You think it's an AI photo? I mean, yeah, could be. Could be the easiest thing. I don't see any grain. Yeah. It's just water and sun and reflection. So, yeah, who knows? I'm here. Do mine, lol. Blow all tanks, LoPresti. Blow all tanks? What do you mean? Thanks you for watching these nuts. Anyway, close all the currently open photos. By the way, guys, we're currently looking at free submissions, but if you want to skip to the front of the line, I'm not going to get to all the free submissions. There was over almost 140 free submissions. So if you want to make sure I see yours, we're running out of time. For the next couple of submissions, I'll leave the Army submissions open. If you join LoPresti Army and submit through the Army portal, I will for sure look at your photo. Okay? Next up, we have Dirt Head Photography. Shooting on Tri-X. He accepts marketing. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't look at your photo if you don't want my newsletter that I only send out like every other month. Gee whiz. Dirt Head Photography. Oh, this looks like something suggestive. God, last time I did this, though, somebody did send me something. I was like, what the heck is that? It seemed like a blurry photo of like something I shouldn't put on screen. And I was like, God dang. And I just skipped them. Even though he like donated, I was like, no thank you. I don't want to get banned. Anyway, here we go. This is Dirt Head Photography on Tri-X. I'm guessing this is a 6x6 medium format shot. Are we still frozen on Instagram, by the way? Yeah, looks like we've been frozen for a while. I wonder if we're still streaming on Instagram. Oh yeah, we still got people coming in on Instagram. Cool. Anyway, you know what this kind of looks like? Kind of looks like somebody's, doing one of those. Is that what you were thinking when you took it? Chuck Hanks, how come nobody replies to my newsletter? You said you get my newsletter. How come nobody replies? Is it just me? Why isn't the link working? The link isn't. What do you mean? The button on the link? You should be able to still go to the main link, but you're not able to submit any more free submissions anymore. Free submissions are closed. submissions are only open for the password-protected paying members of LoPresti Army. So if you want to make sure your photo gets seen, you have to join LoPresti Army. And to join LoPresti Army, you have to make a recurring donation that will come in every month and make me smile and be like, thank God I'm a content person that gets paid to talk about photos and take photos. And anyway, I haven't even talked about this one, and it's been on screen for like an hour. Real grainy. I love it. I love the grain, especially, I don't know. Is this even this could just be a 35 mil shot that you crop to square, I guess. Grain looks real nice though. Looks real sharp. Yeah, simple frame. It doesn't make me feel like that much though. It's like missing that thing. Like the thing that elevates it, which is, who can even talk about it? The je ne sais quoi, what are we talking about? Who knows? But that's exactly it. But it's got a lot of cool things going for it. I feel like, I don't know about you, but like, light colored long grass makes me feel something rural and lonely, something like, the best of times, worst of times type feeling. And then dead wood, it makes me think about years gone by and how like this tree is freaking worked so hard to get to where it is. And now look at it. Where did that get you? You know what I mean? And then there we go. The hand of man in it. Everything else is just God. And then there we go. We got a little bit of man-madeness happening there, But it is a cool dynamic shape that they built here with all this dirt head photography guy, Pretty cool. And it works great in black and white. And the layering's nice with all that. And, just the way it's all playing off itself real nice. This is kind of shaped like a, like one of those. And then we got a couple of these here. And it's real nice. And a couple of things shooting out of it. I don't know, guys. Real good. Real good. Cogburn, okay, boss. Austin here. What's up, William Austin official? LoPresti vets, LoPresti. What's the LoPro Army submission password? Please, nobody leak the password. Nobody leaked you get the password when you join LoPresti Army. So that's the only way to get it. So you got to go to my website and join LoPresti Army. I should probably edit the thing so that you can see LoPresti Army right there. Oh, crap. I'm looking at my back end of stuff. I got to quit doxing people. Thank you so much, Dirt Head Photography. You can join LoPresti Army. Okay, well, let me just show you guys in case you don't know. So right now, you're going to this page. This link isn't working, This one still works, but takes you to a password protection thing. If you don't have the password, the only way to get the password is to go here and join LoPresti Army. And you have to, that's why it says join us. It used to say help me, but that was kind of weird. Anyway. Okay, now you know. Now you know. By the way, drinking Modelo. Cheers to everybody. The golden anal plug ratio. Okay. Who's next? We got a couple of Army submits. Spam form submission detected. We think this form submission might be spam. What did you do Dude, Slavy, are you still here? You got weeded out as spam, dude. Let's go ahead and do yours, dude. Oh, my God. What did you say that makes it think you're spam? That's nuts. Oh, my God. It's probably because your name is Slavic Boy, and it's like, there's something weird about that. We don't like Slavic people on the internet. We will trigger all the alarms. You were probably Gomez Hicks. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Sorry. Anyway, what did you say about your pictures? Kodak T-Max 800T, and Kodak 400. What do you mean, Ultramax? Nikon F2, and Pentax Spotmatic SP. Austria and Michigan. I forgot you went off on a big old Euro trip, dude. Good for you. Okay. I guess we're looking at the T-Max first. I haven't shot T-Max in years, ever since I first started doing film photography. Look at that. Sometimes I do like the whole flat look. Everyone's going hard for the whole contrastiness. And I'm not sure you even did the flat. I just think your tone curve has like, you kind of like muted the highs, kind of muted the whites. Me personally, I never like to do that myself. I always want to get full eyeball bleed out of this mask. Get all the dynamic range out of there. I paid for all of it. I'm going to get all of it. More punchy. But it's something cool. It makes it tintypey, when you kind of do the whole mellowed out whites. You got to mellow out whites. You're doing too much racist. Anyway. Pretty cool freaking scene though. But I think it's just the heavy lifting of the neat evergreen holding a lot of snow. I don't know, man. Slavy. Wish I had my yellow filter. But dude, it looks like you wouldn't have any like, what would the yellow filter even have done? It looks like you're in a blanket of fog and it's just white and green. You might need a green filter here to just make the greens brighter, Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's dreamy. I just feel like it's missing a little bit of something to like elevate it to that like Ansel Adams level, Well, that's big praise. Anyway, next up, Seasons. Greetings. Hey, what film stock is this though? What is this? Is this AI? Is this AI? Nah, it's pretty neat. How do you get the sprocket holes without all the white through them? I guess it's inverted. I don't know. What do I know? I'm an idiot. Okay, no more sprocket hole overscan for you doing the heavy lifting. It's neat. I always hate when that happens to me with underexposed shots, though. The weird color casts on the edge after scanning them. Yeah. I don't know, it's a neat photo. It's a vibe. This is like a great, like, marketing asset if this is part of a brand campaign, but as a standalone thing or outside of a bigger body of work, yeah, it's hard to really see much into it other than the surface value of Seasons Greetings, Halations 800T. Still a vibe though. And then Slavy sent a rose. Oh, yes. Well, you know what? Slavy, I will accept this rose. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I would go in there and have 4 beers in the Seasons Greeting place. Me too. I did when I first started scanning myself. So you think you messed up the scan a little bit of the Seasons Greeting one? Either way, it was still a vibe, dude. And yeah, look at this classic Georgia O'Keeffe up in here. Look at you. Loving it. Ba, 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 ba. It's a flower. It's looking nice, dude. I should go out and shoot some of my mom's flowers. She's got zinnias. You're saying you would go in there and have 4 beers. You know what the bees are saying? I'd go in there and have 4 pollens, dude. It's going to get lit in here. Thank you so much, Slavy. I can't believe you almost got filtered out by the spam filter, dude. What's up with that? Anyway, let's see what's next. I think we had another Army submit. Who already did Connor, UK and Dirt? Wait. Did we do Connor? We got 2 Connor. 2 Connor. 3 Connor. Okay, we did do Carson Brownie. I think we did the first Connor. And then we must have missed this one. And then we got a couple other people. Holy cow. Okay, guys, you know what? After these Army submits, I am totally closing down. No more freebie looky-loos. We got to see these ones. And then I got to pee. And it's almost 6:16. How long have I been going? I've been going over 3 hours. So not yet. You're good. I'm good. We got a couple of Connors in LoPresti Army, though. I think these are No, those are both you. Hey, you sent 3 both times? Whatever, I'll let you get away with it this time, buddy. We'll check it out. Oh, come on, we already saw your puppies, though. Okay, you sent... You can't do that again. We'll pull this in, though. We'll look at whatever this landscape is. What did Connor say about his UK in Derby? Wherever that is. I just know Derby's like a hat, right? Anyway, rolling hills in the UK where everybody is expected to be able to trespass on other people's lands and go hiking. You know, it's not pure capitalism. Anyway, nice rolling hills, nice bushes, little trees, and but yeah, again, it needs something more. It's flat lighting, and I get it. In the UK, what are you going to do? All you get is flat, overcast lighting. Well, you know, I don't know. There's got to be a time of day or something where you get a little bit of something extra. I mean, it's beautiful. It's storybook. But to be more than like a screensaver, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean, Kana. What do you mean? I say stuff. I'm not from Texas, dude. I just live in Texas. Okay. Need shrimp. Okay. Closing that one. Thank you so much, Connor. Yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, now that I'm starting my second beer, just the time of day or a different element in the foreground to really draw you in, something to draw the focus. Like maybe instead of trying to get like a deep focus, like super wide where there's nothing in the foreground, like just maybe a creative way to crop it, or just something more. Like I don't know, something to put in the middle of the frame or just closer to your lens. You know. Anyway, and by the way, cute puppies. Okay, Dylan in Belfast. God, is this like prime time UK photo nerd internet browsing time or something? What is going on here? Getting a lot of people. 71 people watching, guys. I feel like the belle of the ball. Hooey. Okay. So Dylan shot. I didn't know they had Dylans in Ireland. I guess so. My name is Dylan Mulvaney. Right? Isn't that a... My name is Dylan Harashakavash. I don't know. He says, forget about it. One more before I go to Sleepyland. Kitty is called... Did you already submit one? Your name is stupid. No, I didn't mean to say that. I was about to say your email address, but anyway... OM2N Zuiko 50mm color plus 200. I think I downloaded all your photos. Dun 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 dun. By the way, guys, if you were hoping to get your photos seen and you're not part of LoPresti Army, forget about it. As soon as I'm done looking at these LoPresti Army submissions, I'm going to be done talking about people's photos. And, so if you want to get your picture seen, you have to join LoPresti Army. But I don't even know at this point. I might not even have time to do that because I'm going to have to pee again. And there's only a couple more LoPresti Army submissions. LoPresti goes hard. It says Mondo Dismo, photo, Ghost Richard. Okay. Midnight in the UK. It's midnight. Wow. Bell of the ball. Bell end of the ball, right? Anyway, it's time for Belfast, speaking of. This is a cool detail shot, texture. Everybody loves peeling lead paint, old-timey stuff, Silent Hill. Those sirens are coming. Pyramid Head is coming after you. Yeah, it's a neat detail shot. It just it needs something more. It's like more that I want that to be a backdrop more than the main focus. It is neat though, and just as a standalone thing. If this was of a greater body of work, then yeah, I could see it. Or if it was incorporated into a different photograph as just an element of it. And I don't know. It is neat. And I don't mind the cattywampus framing. Like it looks like this. I don't know. I don't mind the Dutch angle so much because of how close this is on this side of the frame. It kind of works good. But I don't know. Something about it. Where this is just like a, hey, that's the thing. Even though you did kind of artfully show us that that's the thing, it doesn't really show us any more than that without the context of knowing where this is or who it's about, you know? Needs lighting, says somebody over here. Radiation vibes. Super. Hey, that's a cool name. Super lady. Dylan is a Welsh name, is it? Did the Welsh get along with the Irish? I don't know how the whole like kingdom, you know, before it became united, like I don't know all that history and stuff. My grandma's from England. Look at this kitty cat. It's pretty nice, dude. I kind of wish, you know, you could have brought up the shadows a little bit more, or just, you know, I guess you could, you know, just fuck it, embrace that it's crushed, you know. Try and bring that up a bit. I don't know. That kind of ruins it, doesn't it? The whole faded look, though, it's just like, you know, it is what it is. It's a cute pose, and I like that we got this going on underneath the cat, so I'd be kind of, you know, I'm kind of bummed that it's just not more, doesn't have that oomph. And then all the sky is like wasted on just a couple of little strands. Like, don't get me wrong, power lines are cool. If it was like crisscross Eastern European Half-Life 2 vibes, I'd be like, whoa, look at that. That's cool. But just a couple of them kind of ruins it, you know? I don't know. I mean, it's cool that this meets with that, and the underside of the cat gets the bridge, you know? But yeah, you got a good eye, but it's missing that little 10% at the end. And then what a cutie. Oh, my God. God, I really miss my Harley girl. Anyway, thank you so much for the kitty shots. And let's see what we got left. So that was Dylan. Thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate you. By the way, did I even have a Dylan, or did you just join? I don't think I have a Dylan on here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army. Whoa. Fish nipples, 1998. Whoa. Locations, Grand Junction, Colorado. Sony A7 Mark II and a Canon M50 Mark II. What, you're just good with, you just love sequels? I was downtown when I saw the window washer on the 7th story of the Alpine Bank building and the tallest building in town. I stopped and put my 500mm lens for my Sony A7 Mark II. The other photo is an A10 Warthog after landing in the 2023 Blue Angels Air Show, taken on the Canon M50 Mark II. So you guys know what's coming. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Thank you so much, Fish Nipples, 1998. Let's get your photos loaded up. Excuse me. What do you got? Do you guys want to see the window washer or the jet plane? Who cares? Window washer. When you say Warthog, I thought you were talking about the new Halo remake. Only take photos of cats sitting in women's laps. Okay, check it out. We got blue. This is blue. Sarah's yelling about animals somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, we got blue. Blue bucket, blue shirt, blue sky, blue reflection, blue bucket again. Pretty cool. I feel like this would be the perfect marketing photo for this window washing business. You know, that would be like their banner shot on Facebook.
In the field, and you need to come look at it right now.
Okay, guys. I guess I'll be right back. Let me.
I promise, guys, this is something really cool.
Here, I'm gonna put on one of my videos or something, guys, and I'm gonna turn down the volume this time. How about that? You guys get to watch this one, okay?
Open, but maybe that'll work itself out after. There we go. See, you just shake it a little bit, give it a little bit of encouragement.
Let's see if we can get it to fire.
Okay, it's definitely going. So it's 38 mil up to 105 mil. Whatever, I'd say $20 for this thing. That seems to be working. But I'm keeping the batteries. I'm not made of money. What's next? We got a Canon Sure Shot in the box. Wow, look at this. Let's unbox a film camera together, guys. Wow, that was
Anticlimactic. It's just styrofoam. Jeez, little wrist strap. Isn't that nice? This is what it's like to open a film camera for the first time. Okay, it's a Canon. That actually looks kind of nice. It's the 80s retro Sure Shot. It seems like it's in great condition. Okay, looks like this one just takes double A's. Whoa, this thing sounds killer. This is a 38mm f2.8 lens. I mean, just the sound of that. This feels so tactile. You're not going to be able to sneak up on anybody with this one, but just freaking hell, dude. Here, babe, you gotta feel this.
This thing is brand new.
Press the button. Doesn't that feel satisfying?
That is actually very satisfying. I think maybe we're keeping that one.
Flash on. Whoa! Okay, it works. And it even has manual ISO settings. You can go anywhere from ISO 50 to ISO 1000 on this thing. Okay, I don't think I'm selling this, but just for shits and giggles, let's see what this thing goes for. Open box. This guy wants 65 bucks. He's got all the same stuff as me. So I think I could definitely get 50 bucks for this thing, but I'm gonna freaking... Oh, that sounds so good. I'm not selling this, but if you want to buy this, still hit me up, and maybe when I'm done playing around with it, we can make a deal. Okay, up next, I don't know what's in this. I think it's a camera. No, it's a lens. Okay, this is a Domiplan Meyer Optic Gorlitz 28mm 50, and it's got some macro tubes. No, the blades are stuck, so you're supposed to be able to push that and have it stop down. So this has some issues, you know. So I guess it's like worthless if I can't get those blades to work. So maybe I'll
especially
open it up
in Texas, I guess. You guys want to see what the big commotion was about? Crap. Check this out. We had this guy on our land. I don't know, pretty cool. It's an Oric goat ram, whatever the heck it is. Some kind of exotic. So that's the thing, like people have exotic animals out here. They probably get out of the fences sometimes. And yeah, bing bong. I got to go see a crazy weird animal. Is that Sure Shot for sale yet? Do you guys see it back there? I still haven't gotten to shoot it. No, it's not for sale yet. Sorry, guys.
All right, everybody, I apologize.
Sarah says sorry, but it's cool. I got to see a cool animal. Yeah, do we got any more Army submissions? I think that's it. Whatever Army submissions are in now, I'm calling it. Fish nipples. Did we get to look at your photos? We just got to look at one of them. Yeah, fish nipples. Okay, this is it. After fish nipples, we got I can't say that name. We're not going to do that name. Super Lady 5000. But thank you so much for joining. We can change that name for the shout outs going forward, but you're the last one. I'm calling it after you, but back to fish nipples. So yeah, blue, this would be a great marketing photo for, blue. This would be a great marketing photo for like this business. It's cool. But other than that, it's just kind of just like documenting what people do, you know? And then here we go. We got a jet airplane landing, and it's on the ground. You know, jets are cooler in the sky, but I mean, this is pretty cool. Cool backdrop, cool place to go see an air show, I guess. Yeah, it is a simple composition, and it shows that, and it's a vital thing to have, like to see how things were, you know. And it's a cool thing to get to see. Not everybody gets to see this kind of stuff every day. I'm sure people who work at this airfield get to see shit like that all the time. Sorry, I got to stop swearing. And it's cool that you got a little truck there for scale in the distance. Yeah, pretty neat. Okay, Super Lady. I'm going to refresh, and I see that you sent your photo. You're the last one, and then I got to call it after that. Okay. Porto, Nikon F3. This is by Super Lady 5000. Ektar 100, Portra 800. And we got 3 photos. Let me go ahead and bing, bong, bing. CT110 says, if I waited till 1:30 a.m. not to get my picture seen, I'll lose my mind. What can I keep telling you, if you want to get your picture seen, you got to join LoPresti Army for sure. I put up as many freebies as I could, dude. I've been going for 3.5 hours over here. What do you want from me? You want me to make you a special occasion just because you whined about it? Come on. These people, paid good money to be part of LoPresti Army to get the special treatment. And that's what I recommend you do too. Anyway, but that's it. No more submissions, please, from LoPresti Army or otherwise, because I got to pee. Sarah's going to be done cooking soon. And here we go. What did he say? This was in Porto. Where is Porto? On Ektar 100 and Portrait 800. Big res self-scanned. Nikon F3. Here we go. I mean, everybody loves pigeons with the whole street photography thing. And I don't blame them. Pigeons are cool. It shows you're paying attention. You found a cool element flying through the frame. Split second, you reacted. You were present. You were one with the moment. You were part of the universe experiencing itself. And you got a bored lady feeding the pigeons, I guess, or just holding a bowl, looking at the ground. I don't know what people do in Europe. They like poop in the streets or something. I don't know. Anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool frame. I feel like I rushed past it. Pretty cool frame because I got to pee and I'm like rushing things right now. But I mean, yeah, it's a neat frame, but it's pigeons and then a lady there. I almost feel like the pigeons distract from it with like being out of focus and whatnot. I almost would rather just see like a quiet frame of this lady reflecting with this, cool little pastiche of different textures. And then funny, the juxtaposition of monster, right there. I the pigeons are neat, but I just feel like the big old blurry thing right there kind of like takes away from it for me a little bit. But otherwise, I do think the framing is nice. I feel like it would have been fine framed, up a little bit more and getting more up there. Hey, maybe you would have seen somebody in a wife beater leaning out a balcony with pasta sauce all over them being like, hey, forget about it. Anyway, next one. Nice, simple frame, layering Neapolitan cake style. It's a neat little frame. It's cool. It's simple. But compared to like one of the first ones we saw, I think it was from Litos with the guy fishing off the big rock at the start of this stream, it's just not nearly as impactful. I'm not sure I can really articulate why. I'd have to go back and look at that one. Or it's just something like how it just rolls off into nothing over there, which is fine. That's an element you can have, but I just feel like you were back there, he was there, you're at this place, and you snapped it. And nothing about it screams to me anything than you were there with a camera, I don't know. Okay, now this one has a lot going for it. Leading line, the guy smoking a cigarette, all this cool. What is this? What is this? Pittsburgh, city of the bridges. No, I'm just kidding. It looks much more European than that. This should be that channel where I guess where things are based on photos. I'd be terrible at it. Yeah, I mean, it's dynamic with all the different elevation levels, different things happening, You get a little cityscape here. You get a little bit more personal thing here. It's like a mosaic of different depths and, bing bong. And you get boats. I mean, come on. And they're like funny looking boats. Look at that funny looking boat. That's a little passenger. They're both little passenger funny boats. Come on. What's up with that? And then you got light peeking through little holes and windows and stuff. I almost said a bad word, but I didn't. No, not 24/7 live stream. No 24 hours live stream, guys. I think this is going to be it. Because I got to pee. Yeah, it's a nice shot, man. I mean, it's just it's a cool complex. It leans into that whole MC Escher vibe. Not quite as much as those other ones that we talked about earlier, but pretty dope. Okay. Back to me. If we got no more Army submissions, I'm calling it, guys, because I really got to pee. Might have been the only person to upload a non-film or digital photo and not get featured. Oh, well, next month we try again. Come on, man. I'm not trying to like break your heart over here, man, but I can only do so much. And like, if there's not an incentive to join LoPresti Army, then am I a good businessman? I mean, I don't know. I would love to look at all your photos, but that's just the way it is. And I really got to pee. And we've been going for 3 hours and 35 minutes. So I think that's fine. Thank you so much to everybody who submitted. Thank you to everybody who joined. I hope you really like LoPresti Army. I hope you really like the stuff I put out. And I'm not just like, hey, you want me to talk about your photos? You better give me money, buddy. But I mean, even if so, what's wrong with that? I don't know. Go pee for real. But go piss, girl. Come on. There was one more Army pick. There is one more Army pick. I thought I saw them all. How do you know? Are you in my inbox, buddy? I think that's everybody, isn't it? Wait, nerd. Oh. Did I skip you, dude? Did I skip you? I'm sorry, buddy. My bad. I got you. Okay, this is Nerd Dak Ectopan one. Come on, why don't you just call it what it is? It's T-Max 100, Kansas City, Missouri, Nikon F4S 50mm f1.8. I feel like I don't know. Oh, you don't remember what you shot it on? I'm the same way. Okay, this is the last one, guys. Last shot to look at, and I think we're going out on a banger.
Oh, pretty lady. Great photo.
Look at this. Light. Look at this shot. Wow, wow, wow. You know, even though it's a pretty lady, I still think, you know, it's good. You could get anybody to look up that way. Even if you got me to look up like that, with a little bit of hair flowing, you know, it would still be a good photo. You know, people always say, oh, stop it. You didn't rage bait me, Nerd Dak. And I'm also over 30. Yeah, I know. It's hard to hold your pee when you're over 30, ain't it? Anyway, yeah, good shot. I mean, this is a little bit of a distracting element over here. Other than that, just looks like classic black and white catch light. Is that window light? It's kind of a weird shape. Looks like window light.
Classic is very hard to do.
Yeah, classic is hard to do.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Soft light wrapped around the face. You got a catch light, you know. You got a pretty lady there. Okay. Nerd Dak, you did good with that T-Max. Thank you for making it just a one-off. That's it, guys. Remember, if you want to make sure you get seen next time, you better join LoPresti Army. We did over 40 submissions, I think, with just LoPresti Army people. And then, you know, plenty of free people. So I'm sorry if I didn't get to you. And I appreciate you hanging out, watching. Please like the stream before you get out of here. Please tell all your friends to go watch my videos and hype them and whatnot. Come on. Yeah, I guess that's it. We're winding down. You guys can tell I'm drunk and everybody hates me. And, you know, why am I even doing this? And maybe I should just make a cooking channel. The Dankway, did you even submit a photo? No way. You've been here the whole time. No work for me today. Just hanging out, dude. Thank you for hanging out. I don't even remember you sending anything. Everybody, thank you so much. I don't know how many I feel like we got like 10 new members today. That's nuts. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys rock. And I promise I'm going to make sure. I would like to do these more than once a month, but we'll see if I can get around to it. As you can tell, it like ate up my whole day, 3 to 6. That's when I'm usually a little bit more productive, but whatever. You guys rock. And remember to always shoot more and think less. Bing bong.